right. All right, let's get a couple people going here. Hey, Unfinished Project, how's it going? I'm getting a couple of people in here. Hopefully, at least. It's been a busy night for lives tonight. I figure I would add to the fire, so to speak. And then StreamYard link is in the comments, as it always is, for anybody that wants to jump up on screen and join the live. So, it's late here. Oh, what time zone is that? Is that East Coast? 11 p.m.? Yeah, it's 10 o'clock here. 10 o'clock here currently. And I'll just run from like 10 to midnight. It won't be a long one. So, but I haven't done a live in a while, so I figured I'd jump on and do one. Yeah, Eastern time, yep. We're in Central time, so that's where the difference is. Trying to think of any big events as of recent since I've done a live, since I've done videos in general. Mopar not get in here. I have no idea what you're talking about. Jump on in here, man. But yeah, as I was saying, not a whole lot's happened between now and the last time I did a live. But, oh, really? Mopar not? That's great. Oh boy. But yeah, me and my dad drove out to South Carolina, got a huge load of parts, an additional load of parts as compared to what was already our deal that we're working on there. So that was a long adventure, but definitely got a lot of cool stuff. Got a lot of brand new reproduction stuff, as well as some bigger stuff. Got a bunch of A-body seats, bench seats, and bucket seats, and I got a whole stack of radiators. I got housings and not trying to think of the best way to say it, like water pump housings and stuff. Brandon Peters' whole business as well. Yeah, things are going all right. I don't think I've seen you on a live before. Welcome. Yeah, things are going all right. We got a big Mopar show coming up next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We got a big Mopar show coming up here in Minnesota. It's the biggest one in the upper Midwest. It's called Midwest Mopars in the Park. I forget how many, but there's a lot of vendors. There's well over 1,000. There's probably a couple thousand cars. They usually have some sort of celebrity every year. Like one year they had, I'm trying to think, Daisy from Dukes Hazzard, Catherine Bach. One year they had Herb McCandis, Mr. Four Speed. This year they're having Mrs. Hurst. She used to help advertise for the Hearst cars. So that'll be pretty cool. Every year they got somebody different. How many swap meets? We only do one. We only do Midwest Mopars in the Park as far as selling. We probably go to 2 or 3 every year. We don't do a lot. A lot of our buying and selling is independent, person to person, not public swap meets, which that's fine. You can always find good stuff at swap meets. Every time I go to a Mopar swap meet, I buy almost as much as I sell. So that's definitely a good outlet to find stuff. But you gotta kind of wait around hoping you can find a swap meet near you rather than just going online and finding something. Yeah, the price will be different, but sometimes it's about convenience too. And that's what a lot of people have a hard time understanding with selling stuff on eBay like we do. They wonder why I don't sell things for swap meet prices, because I buy things for swap meet prices and then I sell it to the people that can't get to swap meets. So there's some kind of reasoning there. But yeah, we don't do very many swap meets. Not getting very many people in today. I don't know, we'll see. Sometimes people don't come in until a little later anyways, but we will see. I know it's Sunday on a holiday weekend, so a lot of people will be busy. So Sundays in general are a little bit busy, and then Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully everybody's having a good Memorial Day weekend. So yeah, if we can get a couple of people in here, we're really, really slow today. Usually we have 8, 10, 12 people in here, but with the holiday weekend, seems like everybody's a bit busy, which that's understandable. But yeah, don't have a ton of people. Let's say we got one more in here, like 2 or 3. But yeah, definitely all kinds of stuff going on. We'll be up at that swap meet next week. I'll be there Thursday setting up, all day Friday, all day Saturday, and then most of the day Sunday. It doesn't shut down officially till like 5 or 6 p.m. Sunday, but it seems like everybody starts leaving at about noon. Because there are people that come up from all over the country for this one. There's people that we know from Missouri coming up. There's a few people from Texas, I believe, too, that I ran into last year. A lot of people from the Iowa, Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota area is what it really feeds to a lot more of. Like Illinois is somewhat close, so definitely get a lot of people. I mean, there's thousands of people every year, so. And that's Midwest Mopars in the Park. It's in Stillwater, Minnesota at the Washington County Fairgrounds. Looks like we only got a couple in. That's all right. Well, it's a holiday weekend. But yeah, if anybody thinks of anything to talk about or wants to join in, there's a link in the comments. Or if anybody wants to, if anybody just thinks of anything that they want to talk about or any questions about parts business or about different Mopar stuff in general, definitely do so. I know it is getting a little bit late, but usually we go till midnight Central Time, but it depends. Hey Ryan, thanks for email earlier. Good to make your Yeah, good to see you on here, Buzz. If you're still on here, that is. If you don't know, I usually do a live once a week or so, and I do a StreamYard. For anybody that wants to join, I put a link in the comments. It's usually pretty small. I don't get more than the most I've had in here is probably 25. Um, but yeah, we get all kinds of people in here every time I do um every time I do a swap meet, not swap meet, a live, excuse me. Usually get 2 3 people up on screen talk about Mopar stuff and stuff in general. Tell me about your parts business. So me and my dad, we do nothing but Mopar parts, 60s, 70s era. Occasionally a couple of 80s parts, but not often. Um, for the muscle car era from primarily from 66 through 1974, but we do other stuff as well. We buy stuff, swap meets or wherever we can. We buy whole collections from people. We've bought a few people completely out of their entire collections. We've actually bought a few businesses out of parts, and then we go through, clean up, work on stuff, and we do all of our stuff online through eBay. Most of it, some stuff we can't ship effectively, like seats and fenders and doors and trunk lids and stuff like that. We can't really effectively ship that stuff because nobody wants to pay $150 to ship something to their door. People just don't do it. But we do all kinds of muscle car era Mopar stuff. Some reproduction stuff. Just got into some reproduction stuff from a guy that we're buying out, but mostly OEM stuff. eBay store name. The store name is RMB Mopar. There's all kinds of stuff on there. That is how you spell it. I forget if there's a space between RMB and Mopar or not, but you should be able to find it there. But yeah, we get a decent amount of traffic through our store. Definitely like to go through and share our page on different places once in a while, but I don't know. I mean, it definitely helps whenever people leave positive feedback on stuff too. But I will say, definitely working with eBay is a challenge. They're not, from what I've been told at least, they're not as good as they used to be. They've way ramped up their fees, and their complaint side is really really bad. As far as if somebody even makes the slightest complaint about a part or about an issue, they automatically pretty much get a refund. Even though in our listings and in our like options setting category, we say right in there, no refunds. Because the prime reason for that is because when we sell somebody a $75 part, and it costs $20 to ship it, we send it out, that's $20 out of our pocket, and we get hit with fees on top of all that. And then to have to pay to ship it back, they may as well just keep it. There's not enough, it doesn't make enough sense at the end of the day to do returns and refunds. But it changes all the time. It just depends on how things go. Sometimes you get a couple of complaints, sometimes you don't. Mopar Nut, can you just jump up in here? It'd be fun, even if you're only on here quick. Everybody's being quiet tonight. I need somebody to talk to, somebody to actually engage with on the screen, or else I just feel like I'm sitting here talking to a screen, which I am. But yeah, we got some. I'm not going to talk too much about it, except for Still not 100% confirmed on some stuff, but um, have another car coming in relatively soon. Um, hopefully that goes well. I'm gonna have another Mopar show up, and we'll do some videos on that. Roadkill Customs, yeah, eBay fees are through the roof. I fear that eBay in the not too far future will go the way of the dodo bird, and it will be their own fault. Yes and no. The fees are ridiculous. The worst part is if you sell something for $75, costs you $25 to ship it. When it comes to fees, you get hit with fees on the shipping too. You don't just get hit with the fees on the $75 to sell something. You get hit fees with whatever you charge for shipping too, which is stupid. You charge shipping and you're supposed to pay for the shipping. You're not supposed to get hit with fees for shipping the part to a person. They're gouging you for money any chance they can get. But the reasoning behind the fees on shipping is because it used to be where you just get hit with fees on whatever the sale of the part was. So if you sold something for $75 and charged $25 shipping or whatever, you would only get hit with fees for the $75 sale. So what people would do is they would sell something for $1 and then charge $95 shipping. They got their money out of it, and then they only got hit with the fees for the $1. So eBay caught on to that, and they shut that down. And because some people were abusing that loophole, we all got screwed. So selling gas car parts, the days are numbered. I don't know. As long as I'm still around, that's what I want to be doing. Selling parts and building cars. And the parts, I agree, the parts side of the business will probably start to fade a little bit in the, whether that's 5 years from now, 10 years from now, or whatever. But the working on cars and the restoration is always going to be important. Hey, Ken, how's it going? Also, anybody new that's jumping in, link in the comments for anybody that wants to jump up on screen and talk about anything. That's why I call it Car Talk Live. Anybody wants to talk about anything car related, anything YouTube related, anything, so yeah, be nice to get somebody up here to actually talk to. But if you guys just want to hang out in the comment section, that's fine too. Yeah, speaking of parts, yeah, sorry I haven't gotten back to you, Ken. I went out to South Carolina. That guy didn't have any more pedals, or I didn't. At least I didn't get any. So that was unfortunate. So I didn't get any A-body pedals. I might be able to get some next time, but I don't have any as of now that I can think of. I might have one set. I'd have to look, but I don't at this time. I don't think I have any. I was supposed to be getting some, but we didn't end up getting any from the South Carolina deal. But that deal's not done. I'll be going back in a couple of weeks again. So I think there's a set there, but there should be a set there. But gonna have to wait a little longer. Just another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yep. Tonight has been an interesting night. A lot of lives, a lot of things going on a holiday weekend on a Sunday night. Once again, link in the comments. Anybody wants to jump on, please do so. Yeah, Mopar Nut, you're right. maybe diehard guys, but they are dying every day. Well, that is something that I'm seeing a little bit. I'm 21. How many guys that are 21 years old are into 60s and 70s, Mopar muscle cars? Not very many. It's funny, me and Jeff were just talking about how nice it was. All the drama was over. Yeah, right. There'll always be something. There'll always be some sort of little drama. And nothing against you, Buzz, at all. I mean, whatever your whole case, your whole situation, 100% valid. But yeah. And then bam. Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to somebody else about that. It's one of those things where I've seen channels, I've seen people say things that I don't like. I've seen people do things that I don't like. And I've seen people say things that kind of go against what I'm doing or what I think, or maybe even a video I made or something. But I hold back. I want to engage in that and be like, well, hey, this is actually how it was or whatever. But the biggest thing is if everybody just kind of held their tongue, it wouldn't be as much like this. If everybody would actually think before they would talk, that would also help. Before you say something to somebody, run it through in your head and make sure it makes sense first, because it's it definitely has some miscommunication problems. I'm not alone.
Yeah, not alone.
Nope. You just sitting hanging out.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Probably have to run and go
Everybody
get my
loves it.
coffee, but
Yeah.
yeah. What are you saying that you got to watch what you say?
Just to avoid drama.
Oh, well, yeah. It's always somebody's feelings gets hurt, Just
Well,
the
it's
way it
just
is.
somebody gets too trigger happy. They say something and then they get all caught up in what they said, and then it becomes a miscommunication and a big problem. And it's like, this could have been avoided.
But there's a lot of thin-skinned people too.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Hey,
Buzz.
roadkill.
Hey now. So
Hey.
here's some subject matter for you guys. Man, I totally feel where you're coming, Mopar Nut, with there's certainly going to come an end to things like eBay Motors and the gas stuff. Some of those folks are going to transition to hybrid and electric and that kind of stuff. But and I am not suggesting a political conversation, but more of a ideas. But I kind
You
of
can't get
believe that.
away from it. You can't say that and get away from it. It's not going to happen.
True.
It's not
But
going to happen.
I mean, at some point, gasoline vehicles will be outlawed. But anytime they've ever outlawed anything in the past, generally speaking, it's moving forward. Something because there's got to be some sort of balance. Some stuff gets grandfathered in, which is, for our collective lifetimes, I'd be willing to bet that there still will be vintage car restoration and things of that nature.
I think it'll be all over the world, yeah, but not here in America and not in England, and probably not in Canada. Not with the control that they're the actual control freaks that they have.
They are control freaks, and that is the truth.
Because
Yeah,
look at
you're not
Australia.
wrong.
I mean, I just watched a show in Australia on another channel, and they are so prolific. So many American cars are over there. Why? Why? Why are they over there? Yeah, there's a reason why.
Yeah.
And cars don't need to run on gas. They can run on hydrogen. They can run on natural gas. They can run on anything. It's the
Well,
fuel.
here's
Stupid.
another
It's the fuel.
here's another thing that I could see happening in the future. There's a guy, I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. This was the guy probably completed the project a year and a half ago or so. That swapped it was either 71 or 72 satellite that he Tesla swapped.
Yeah.
I think that could become a thing. I don't like it, but everybody.
Ford had that kit that came out where they were bringing an engine.
Big
Hey,
Mike,
Big Mike.
what's
What's
happening,
up,
Big
Mike?
Man?
What do you know, fellas?
Oh, just another
Not
beautiful
much.
day in the neighborhood, friend.
Yeah. I don't know why, but it's late at night and I'm wound for sound. So
Yeah, I feel you. I'm kind of wound up myself. I
Yeah.
spent the earlier part of my evening trying to be as patient as I possibly could, and that was about
Oh, yeah.
that was about all I had in me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I kind of caught a little some stuff going on, and I'm just like, man, life's too short for all that drama and mess.
No doubt, no
Right.
doubt. But I mean, I do not want to get into that conversation. I
Yeah.
want to say on my behalf, some stuff was put out there, and I had to respond.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to address certain things, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hopefully it'll hope. I actually sent him an email offering him, look, man, what is holding your channel back is crystal clear to me. And I said, look, man, if you want some help, just say the word, because I can tell you which ones to work on first, and what you need to do specifically to get some of his videos. He claims I'm lying, but I've not looked at any of his videos, but I know this. I know that Uncle Tony, and it got him 1,000 subscribers and 23,000 views. So it can't be horrible. I've not watched his stuff simply because it didn't show up on my radar. And then he, freaking shot me essentially. So I wasn't real motivated to give the guy extra views, and
yeah.
But yeah, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, so happy
Well,
Memorial Day weekend, everyone.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. You as well.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, I had a random live today too, just because I was like, well, it's like 6 o'clock and nobody's doing anything, Yeah, what the heck, I wasn't doing anything, and so thought, well, might as well.
Do you guys follow Nivlak 57 at all?
I haven't followed much of anything yet this weekend.
They do some pretty neat stuff.
I'm subscribed to his channel.
Oh, what's up, man?
But
Hey, Ken, they
I
do some pretty cool stuff, but kind of on a I think it was kind of on, I don't know how planned it was. They released a new version. They're putting a 4200 out of a Trailblazer into a Datsun to take to the No Name Nationals. And they did a premiere this morning, and they did I think it was a 6-hour marathon live working in the shop. And granted, I think they're 2,200 subscribers. I don't recall. I look at so many freaking channels, I can't remember. But a relatively sizable channel. But a 6-hour live got them 1,000 views.
They're 5 digits. They're
What's that?
5 digits on subs, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah. I think.
I'll check real quick.
I'm just going towards 4 digits.
Yeah, same here, man. Just slowly, working my way up.
I'm only
I
halfway through.
I had a good shot from like 400 to 600, but then now I'm at like 660 something, and I'm just struggling.
You're right.
I got
there at 12K.
It'll pick up.
Yeah.
It'll pick up, man.
I got this video I've
I
been
haven't been
trying
on
to edit
video.
for like 4 days, and it's just a jumbled mess. So hopefully
What's
I
the
can get
hassle, brother?
There's just a lot of footage, and it's kind of disjointed, and I'll get it eventually, I'm sure.
Hey, man, did you hear that spiel on say earlier when I was on with John?
I caught you on with John, yeah.
Did you hear that say part?
Oh, say what you're doing in the title. Say what
No,
you're doing in the
no,
intro.
I'm
and-
No,
talking
it's
about
like
I'm
in the
talking about
video,
the
say what
I'm
you're
talking
doing,
about
do it, and then say
the
it.
video format itself. Basically, say what you're going to do
Yeah.
quickly, shortly, and succinctly. Do it, and then wrap it up. Say what basically it's say what you're going to say it, and then say what you said. But I mean that makes for a good, solid beginning, middle, and the end, and intro and outro. The real value of you've got quite a few channels have intro segments, but even before the intro segment, often it's really, really key to put 10, 15, 20 seconds of this is what you're going to see in this video. You got to hook them right immediately, and then go to your intro, your canned intro stuff, then get into
Well,
what you're actually doing. You know,
that's what Vice Grip does.
and if you want to follow a very successful channel's patterns, yeah, he's the guy to follow for sure.
Well, I just thought of that because he does like 30 seconds or whatever in the beginning, then does his intro, and then
Yeah.
moves on to the video.
I've gotten rid of my intro altogether. I just do like an overlay over like me talking. That's my intro.
They don't get you all that far for a newer channel.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, once you've got a brand established, they become, you want to drive that brand home kind of thing. And you've already got an audience that they're used to what you're doing. They know who you are. They're going to be a little bit more forgiving with that kind of stuff, but surely don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, not overdoing it. Whenever I'm doing videos like last night, I put up the video that I smoked a whole hog on my smoker. We had
That's in my watch later list. I had so much
Yeah.
stuff going on.
Well, so I don't use my intro on stuff like that because that's not car related. That's not to the hoopty barn. You know what I mean? That's just my life. That's
Yep.
just random stuff I do. Now, if I'm working on one of my cars, actually doing something automotive, then I'll drop my little, and my intro is only like 10 seconds. You know what I mean? And it's, gone here and gone, and I do put a little something in front of it and then drop my intro and then go in. And then I try to keep
Right.
my videos still short, less than 10 minutes. Between 5 and 8 minutes is usually about where I try to keep it.
For newer channels, it's key because it's the magic with the shorter ones. And if I get too repetitive, I say this stuff, but I'm trying to drive it home because the one thing about any community out there is you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, Mike, your stuff's fun. Just you got a natural,
I enjoy it. That's
got
why
one of those. I can't think of the right word, but an attractive personality. People want to listen to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go about your stuff in a fun way, in a jovial way, if you will.
I am the jovial fat man. That's for sure.
It's easy.
Oh,
It's easy
he's
to
not
watch.
afraid to laugh at himself. That's for sure.
No,
Yeah.
and that's pretty key too. And the other thing I'd tell newer channels are, don't get so people will watch almost anything. Don't get too caught up in the, nobody's expecting you to be Paramount Studios. But if you're doing stuff that they're also interested in and you're doing it in a real person kind of way, you're
Right.
going to do okay. You're going to do
Yeah.
okay.
There's a lot of people who are doing things in more of a clinical setting. You know what I mean? Where they are trying to actually teach you something, from their experience. And then you have guys like me, who are just muddling through. But
Yeah, 51.
$51, huh?
So how did the
Thinking
whole hog turn
Coronet.
out?
I think 51, 52 Coronet. That's what it reminds me of.
Oh, the 51 Coronet? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the hog was,
Delicious.
oh, Man, it was amazing. Unfortunately, many of my guests really didn't want to be on, on the internet, whatever. I'm like, okay, well, so, I get it. Not everybody's into it. We live out in the country. A lot of country folks aren't into that. I get it, so I respect people's, their decision not to do it. So I just said, well, okay, I'm just going to keep it to what I did with the hog, all that, for the most part. And
mailed us some samplers, though. We'll take some samplers.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Well, see, I ain't that far. I mean, it won't be spoiled by the time you get here. It's on the it's in the fridge.
Hey, smoke that stuff long enough, man. It's got pretty long shelf life.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm actually building a smoke house so that I can do cold smoking and aging sausage and stuff like that too. So I'll be doing that this winter.
I must be a smoking neophyte. Tell me about cold smoking.
Okay, so cold smoking is like curing meats. It's a whole different process. I mean, hot smoking like what we do here, it'll last several days in the open. But with cold smoking, it'll last months.
Really?
It's like whenever the Indians made pemmican. I don't know if you know what pemmican is. It's kind of like a dried meat product.
If it's related to peyote, I might know.
Not quite.
Purple haze, man. Purple haze.
So cold smoking. I mean, what are you doing? Are you sending the smoke through a series of pipes to literally cool it down?
No. You actually, what you're doing is you're keeping it in a climate controlled area. You salt it for the curing process, and you keep it in a temperature controlled area, not more than about 52 degrees, and you have the smoke coming in there, and the smoke is just slowly working its way in there for it takes about a good 10 to 12 days of slow smoking to cure it out, and it dries. And I mean, it'll last months. If you get some really good cold smoked meats, it'll last a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, the old country hams, the salt cured hams and stuff like that. And we just have them hanging in the garage. I don't remember what state we used to travel to. We were living in Michigan at the time, but we'd go on, the 2-week summer vacation. This is back in, elementary, junior high school days. But my folks would grab a half a dozen of those things, and they just cut them, never refrigerated, left them out there in the heat of summer, left them out there in the cold of winter, and brought them in when it was time for another.
Right. Well, when I did my hog, I put it in a brine of apple cider vinegar and apple juice and kosher salt. And then I left it in that brine for about 14 hours. And
it sounds to me, Mike, like you need to start a new channel called Big Mike's Smoky Barn.
Yeah.
Start showing people how to do this stuff, because you seem like you know what you're doing.
Well, I've been doing it for a long time. I enjoy it too. And when it comes to being self-sufficient, I'm about it, man. That's why I'm putting in a big old half-acre pond out here, and it's going to be a dedicated fishing pond. I mean, it's even dug properly to be a dedicated fishing area, because I have a steep slope on one side, a medium slope at my dam, a shallow slope on the other side where I'm going to bring in truckloads of creek gravel to make spawning beds. And I mean, I'm setting it up so that I will have a healthy ecosystem that will be my fish from now on.
Right on.
What kind of fish you going to put in there?
I'm going to have crappie and red ear and probably some little spotted Kentucky bass. They don't get over about, 14 inches or so, 12, 14 inches. They're not voracious feeders like largemouth. Yeah. And also maybe some yellow bullhead catfish. They only get about 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds. but they're good eating.
You got a whole nother channel here, man. Like
I'm telling you.
you should run. Dude, people watch everything on YouTube. Like you
We
should
all go
I
run
down
with
there with
this.
light tackle.
You
We all
need
go
to
down
run.
there with some light
idea.
tackle.
Yeah.
You already got the YouTube thing down. You already know how to make videos. It would be just another thing. to
Well, I'll
record.
tell you, it'd be nothing except that, okay, I explained this to some people earlier today. I've got an 85-acre farm. We're getting ready to drop hay. I'm building a pond. I'm still working on my wife's horse stables. We've got 3 horse pens. We've got fence around this whole 85 acres, and we've got limbs down. I've got to go clear all the fence rows. I've got the driveway to tend to. I've got a garden that I tend to,
Work.
and the hoopty barn.
You're a busy man.
So
I can
yeah, I
imagine.
should probably start something else too, right?
Big Mike's Outdoor Adventures.
Yeah, lots of work, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Big
I got
Mike.
a little over an acre in the field.
Yeah.
There's always something to deal
Big
with.
Mike's Hoopty Lodge. Yeah, you can pull
Right.
a you can pull a
Well,
license.
that would be all right, except we bought this place to be our sanctuary. You know what I mean? And we bought this place to get away from all of that, And plus,
How
we
long you
mow
been on
about 2 acres of yard too. So,
How long you been at this place?
well, we just bought this place 3 years ago. We,
It's still pretty fresh.
yeah, so we're still building it into what we want it to be, so that's why it's a lot more work right now. We're trying to get all this work done in the front end so that in 10 years or so, when we're in our mid 60s, we can, just sit back and enjoy the fruits of our labor and, sit. And we just tonight, after I finished my live, we went out here and we sat on the front porch and watched the sunset, and I mean, don't get much better than that.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Got to take the time to smell the roses now and again.
You better believe it.
You kind
How
of
much of 85 acres? I mean, that's no small lot. I mean, is a lot of that undeveloped?
Oh, well, it's about half pasture and half forest.
Gotcha.
And half timber. And we have, we have quite a bit of riding trails and stuff that are cut through. They were old logging trails, where they timbered the land, years and years ago. And so we just cleared out all of those old trails that they had cut in, and we use those for riding horses and 4-wheelers and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And the kid's new dirt bike. I don't know if you saw the kid's new dirt bike yet.
I have not.
Oh, you have not seen
There
the kid's
it is.
new dirt. I guess you weren't one of the 13,000 then. I got 13,000 views on that short in 15 minutes.
That's
Wow.
great.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's the thing about shorts is like I do pretty good on shorts, but main videos are just far less.
Yeah.
They
Well,
are two different animals. They are
yeah.
two different animals. What's up, Jeffro?
Hey, what's going on, gentlemen?
What's up, man?
And I was listening driving on the way home. I'm probably the only skinny chef you can trust. I used to travel a lot and I used to do a lot of cooking. Everywhere I went, I just learned what they were cooking and grew up in a very Slavic Eastern Europe family, and it was all about the cooking.
Nice.
Food is where it's at, man.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you won't catch me eating.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, did you see that hog that I smoked or not?
I did, and I went down. I was in southern Texas one time and went to one of those things, and it was absolutely awesome. They buried it in the ground though, and it was
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you can definitely do it that way. I can do it that way as well. But I'll tell you what, cooking it right there in my smoker on that rotisserie, and I don't think a whole lot of people don't know about wrapping it in a sheet.
Yeah.
Like I did, but I mean, it's so much easier to maintain it, and it keeps that acrid, bitter, direct smoke off of your meat, because when you leave it on that for so long, if you don't have skin to protect the meat from the smoke, that's when you get that bitter flavor,
We used to get the pork sucklings, like the small ones, and I
Yeah.
built a rotisserie, and we would
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it.
It is.
Yeah,
Can
we
you
had
change the name of the live to Food Talk Live?
oh, okay, yeah, we're supposed to be talking about cars. Yeah, okay.
No, you can
That's
talk
why it's
about
called
whatever. I
Big
don't really
Mike,
care.
You know?
Okay, so I hit this pig with my car. No, just kidding.
The
As long- as
cornet
long-
hunt. Yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
hunting license for the cornet.
Yeah.
Wild
I'm gonna
boar.
put a hay
Cornet's got a
spike.
spear on the front of it.
Yeah, I'll put a hay spike on the front of it and go hunting.
Did any movement on the LS heads in the 300?
Maybe, just maybe it's going to be welded tomorrow. So.
Oh, right on.
Yep. And
It's pretty much just been in a holding pattern, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Sounds
okay.
good.
So Redbeard, Daniel, everybody knows Redbeard, I'm sure.
Mhm.
He was gonna weld them up for me, but he got like super busy, and I wasn't able to get a hold of him for a long time. So I really didn't know if we were still on or not. Well, I finally talked to him, and he's really busy. So I have two heads I'm working on. I'm working on one kind of in the background, So I'm gonna get one welded up and just see how it goes, and then I still have that one sitting if he gets unbusy in the future. So
everyone's
hopefully
really
tomorrow.
busy.
I'm
It
just
does
busy
seem that way,
preparing for a
doesn't it?
swap meet next week. Oof. If anybody needs any Mopar stuff from a swap meet, let me know. I'm going to be at a huge one.
Where are you
Where at?
going?
There's the one up here. It's Midwest Mopars in the Park in Minnesota. Here, it's the biggest one in the Upper Midwest.
Nice.
Minnesota.
It's like the fourth largest in the country.
Man, I'd love to go there. My wife would love to kill me if I got more stuff.
Hey Jeff, didn't you say you were friends with Jim Reinhardt?
Oh yeah, I've been friends with him. I used to travel with him a lot.
I was just making sure it was the same guy. Yeah, I'm going to see him next week.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he'll be up at Mopars in the Park, I think, at least.
Yeah, I'm sure he will be. He was the one that had the dealership.
Yeah, he's still got
Yeah.
some stuff he's got to move still, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's all in the upstairs of that now. But yeah, he
Yeah.
is. I've had many a fun nights with Jim back in the 10, 15 years ago. It was just a blast. Absolute blast.
He's a good guy.
Yes, he is.
So Jeff and Buzz already know, but I got my pictures taken of the 300 for Hot Rod.
That's
I got
awesome.
them all sent over Friday before everybody went home for the weekend. So I'm hoping Tuesday rolls around, I hear back from them. Get this on the road. Can't wait to see it.
That'd be awesome.
That
That
would be
is cool.
super cool. Super
It
cool.
would.
That would skyrocket you, my friend.
I hope so. It'd be nice.
Hey, John
Well,
Wilbur.
that John Wilburn guy gets around, man.
He does. Cousin Eddie.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
John.
Yeah, Ryan hooks me up.
Yeah.
If you do need parts, Ryan's guy, I asked him about emblems, and like 2 days later, they show up at my door, and I'm like, holy crap, that's fast.
He's serious.
I know.
Yeah, those ones were in decent shape.
Yeah, they're in really good shape. I've got a fender that's in pretty good shape that I got. I'm going to repaint, redo, put that on there and get the trim, and it's going to be like a sticker board.
Yeah, the only problem is one of them has one stud that's missing. But
That's all right. Actually, no, they're both complete. No,
No.
you're right. It is. It's missing one, but it don't matter. I mean, it's good. Way perfect for what I need.
yeah,
I was going to
I'll
tell
be
you, Jeff,
getting-
the
I
car
got
looks
those
good in
stickers from
primer.
you, Jeff.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
being all one color definitely looks
Yeah.
better.
I mean, you can actually kind of
Yes.
get the outline of it. You could, I mean,
Oh, I
it's
know.
hard to make it out otherwise
Yeah.
with the paint
Yeah.
all modeled like that. You know,
That was just a bunch of primer I had sitting around, and it's like, you know what? I got to make this thing look better. It looks terrible,
Yeah.
and I had some ideas on it, so I just made a video on it.
yeah. I was watching that and I was like, yeah, that's fantastic. And
Much
then
better.
it shows the low spots and thin spots and all
Yep.
that. You can see them. Yeah.
It's going to be much
Looks
better.
like progress.
So
I
that
know.
body,
something-
it lifted up off the chassis like this, right? Like
Yeah, they
went
came
like
up.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came up.
tilted.
Yeah. So since that front end, I was thinking about this the other day. Since that front end's so messed up, You could
Thanks,
have
Jack.
like the front end tilt one way and then the rest of the body tilt the other. You could have it like spread
So-
open.
No.
You know,
Why
Mother
not?
Nature.
No.
Like the front end's butchered. He ain't
No.
ever gonna get it to be in one piece again. Like
You
not
can
without
do it. You can
serious
refiberglass
work. Like
that.
I seen
It-
pictures
it-
of
it-
it, or I seen
it
it when
needs
he
to
was
be
painting
done.
it. That thing's
It
rough.
needs to be brought back
It's rough.
the way it was.
It's
I
very
don't
rough.
think I don't, guys. It's
Just
I
hinge
would've-
it on the right side and just make it open like
let's
this.
put it this way.
Yeah.
I
More
wouldn't
resin,
want to. I
more
wouldn't want to try to
resin, more
fix it.
fiberglass mat, more resin, more fiberglass
Oh,
mat.
Mopar nut. It
I
needs a
don't care.
lot, man. It'll get there. I mean,
It's not going to bind
Stay
right.
here.
It's
I'll
not,
do
it's
it.
not
If you
one
don't
piece
do it,
anymore.
I'll do it.
hey man, you guys want to have a fiberglass party?
Hey,
Big
I'm
Michael
baby
cook.
powder. We'll
Heck yeah, I'll
with
cook.
baby powder, man.
What's your plan for getting that front end fixed up? I mean, are you planning on glassing it from the? You got to do it from the underside.
It's got to go from the other side. I'm telling you, there's some really. It needs to be flipped upside down, and Mother Nature's taking its toll. And when I go to flip it, I was messing around with it the other day, and it's like, man, I need to. What I'm going to do is put some holes in it. There's already so many, and I'm going to run paracord and knot it, and then go from the inside. So when it flips, the nose doesn't just buckle on itself.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Maybe
some
put it
It's
on
bad.
some sort of a rotisserie, build some sort of rotisserie to hold it together.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
rough. It's definitely
Put some
rough.
cargo netting over the hood whenever you get ready to flip it. You know,
Yeah.
if you take some netting, then cinch it from underneath.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. Because I mean, it's unfortunately somebody used it as a sand dragger for a while, and then had it hanging in a barn. So-
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just want you to get it done because I kind of covet those gurneys, man. Those are.
Yeah. So I am quite the prankster on Halloween, right? And I already have a plan for one of these, and
I
it's
bet.
it'll be on YouTube. Might get me
Yeah.
kicked off of YouTube.
I'd
but-
turn one of those gurneys into a work table.
Oh, they handle a lot of weight too. We actually, there was a bunch more up at, well, it was up at Jim's shop, Ryan, and I was helping him move some stuff. We were putting engine blocks on those and moving them.
I mean, they'll hold Joe Lardass in the hospital.
Yeah.
I mean,
Damn right.
That is true. That is true. I literally just got home. It's been a long day.
my main
Yeah.
work table in the shop. It's something I self built. But it basically just uses a motorcycle jack,
Mhm.
as the lifting mechanism, and I just use a cordless drill.
Yep.
But it's got 18 inches worth of lift. I'm not. I hate. I don't like working on the ground. Especially that ability to have a varying height bench is wonderful, but. Man, those gurneys would be slick. Put a key piece of quarter plate on the
Oh,
top.
I know.
And
There's a lot of potential with those because they are so heavy duty, man, and they roll so nicely.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel- exactly, John.
Wilburn's
Yeah.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, super stout.
My
Yeah, I'm
engine's
getting-
done though.
I'm getting the stink eye, man.
That engine is awesome, man. I'm just, I'm in
It's-
awe of it.
It's done. Just trying to wrap up the engine stand and so we can test run it.
Well,
I
I'm-
mean, I just got the stink eye poke in here. Man, I'm going to go spend a little time with the Frau, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Free a spot up for someone else, but hey, good hanging with you all. You guys all be cool.
Later.
Take care.
man.
All right.
Hey,
Have a good
Ryan,
night.
I'll probably send you a message on your eBay store. I got an idea for you.
Oh, sure, yeah, or I got an email or whatever. Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, I'll hit it sometime tomorrow, but I got a note down about it. Good night, guys.
Sure.
Y'all be cool.
Good night.
Uh,
All right, see ya.
And then there were 5.
And then
Yeah,
there
well.
were 5.
Wilburn is here, so maybe Wilburn wants to jump.
Yes, you can. Bear Rose is right. You can bond aluminum flat bar in there to hold it together.
Yeah.
No, you could.
Yeah.
You could.
Well, I was going to do that to a Ford fiberglass. They're like the step sides. I got a friend that cut one in half, and he doesn't know how to put it back together again.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, people do stupid shit.
We're car guys, so we always do stupid shit.
That is correct.
This is beyond.
Yes.
I mean,
that.
we were the original, ideas behind here. Hold my beer.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
This
Fair
has
enough.
got to
this
be my
guy's
last
more like
live
here.
today.
Hold my case.
How many does that make today, John?
I don't
It's been a
know.
ridiculous amount of lives,
A
hasn't it?
couple, like at least
Yeah.
4, right?
A bunch.
Yeah.
And some of them I even wanted to do.
Yeah. That was kind of a shit show.
Oh my gosh.
All I can say is, you know what? I'm just a product of other people's bad decisions. My parents. So,
You
I
were
know what you mean.
surprised? Is that what you're saying?
what's that?
I said you were a surprise.
I think I was more of a mistake.
Oh, man.
Clint Street Machines. Yes, 120. Actually, in 8.5 minutes, day 123 is gone.
Heck yeah.
Kind of. I mean, Central Time. So
Well, on the East Coast, yeah.
Yeah.
So you got one more hour in Central because that's where the track is.
yeah.
We didn't have it at
Yeah, that's-
Fontana to give you 2 more hours on top of that.
Yeah.
That's 4 months. That's 4 months.
Heck yeah.
Actually, it's like 2.5 because you still got to shake a car down. Get all the
some
bugs.
people,
Yeah,
For
wait,
some
you're
people,
telling
Ryan,
me.
on the way there.
what are you bringing, Ryan?
66 Belvedere. I got that 440 I dyno. There's the numbers it made.
Okay, the
Hey,
Belvedere.
Ryan,
I
are you
remember you
registered?
talking about.
Do you have any call outs yet, Ryan?
Yeah,
Are you
I'm
actually registered?
no.
I've been getting flack for that tonight because here's the thing: I don't ever give the numbers because they're always so misleading. There's so many channels coming who just haven't registered
Right.
yet.
Right.
Yeah,
The
I
amount
know
of
some.
registered guys you have is probably only half of what's coming.
That's the thing, and we have a pile of register. I mean, a bunch.
Yeah.
There's a plethora of channels and everything coming.
I'm
There's
just
more-
really. I'm
There's
really
more
hoping to
declared
get.
unregistered than registered right now.
Yeah, I'm just hoping to get my other car finished up. I've ordered the rest of my parts for my Charger, the Green Goblin, to finish up that engine. And if I get that one going, and I've got time to take it out and test and tune, and I'm going to bring that one too. I'll be registering that one as well, and then I'll be bringing 2 cars.
And then
Big
there's
Mike's
a lot of people bringing 2 cars, so the channel count is not exactly reflective of the car count.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd like to bring 2 cars, but I'm trailering the one I'm bringing. So
So am I. But I already told my best friend he's coming, or I'm going to punch him in the face. Because
And I would not want Mike to punch me in the face. He's big.
Well, my buddy is bigger than me.
I know I'm not driving my car all the way there with 456 gears.
I'm
Yeah.
driving mine all the way there.
Yeah. Well, I'm driving my turbo diesel, which gets 13 miles to the gallon. And
I don't know what that's going to do mileage, but it's not going to be good enough
No.
If you're
Yeah, I'm in the
RPM
same
low
boat.
enough.
with 456 gears.
Well, that's
I'm
why
in the
you
same
don't-
boat, Ryan.
Why you don't have that much gear?
yeah.
430s, about 4,000 pounds, tunnel ram, and 521 cubic inches with high compression. That's not. It's miles per gallon at that point.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking me about. Somebody asked me about call outs. I have 2 races scheduled. One of them I did have scheduled, but then obviously can't. I originally had a race with Jim Bennett, but we know what happened there.
Right.
Unfortunately, he passed away, which that's highly unfortunate.
Yeah.
And then I'm racing Bigfoots and Mopars in
Nice.
Jackpine against the Jackpine Savage, and then just Mopar Joe with the Barracuda. So
Joe's racing everybody, I think.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
Gotta
try
give
to do
Joe
that
his own
too.
lane.
My biggest
Yeah.
thing that I'm worried about with the event, and like tell me if you think you have any sort of input, anybody and everybody, is running out of time for races. I feel like if everybody has 2 or 3 call outs for races, it's just going to take too much time. Which obviously,
If nobody
most people
oils,
are.
if the oil downs and the bullshit don't hit the track, and you can just keep them rolling, I mean, you can get a good day going.
Well, I feel like everybody needs to get one race, right? And then after
Right.
everybody gets there, one race, and then you can work on getting people run through their second race, right?
Yeah.
Right. I don't
Like-
want to see. Ideally, I wouldn't want to see somebody up there run 2 or 3 races before other people even get their first off.
Right. Yeah, that
Well,
makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah.
We're going to find out after the first one about how this is going to work out with call
Right.
out stuff. So there's one big wild card in this a lot of people aren't thinking of. Yeah, we're going to have more people working on the staff at Jeffers that day than are ever there any other days of the year, because our event's going to be the biggest event that they have all year long. Okay,
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
so we're going to have a ton of people working. We're going to incentivize those people to work hard too, because we know it's going to be a lot. And we want the track to be kept up and all that. Now, here's the wild card. The wild card is most of the people running here have never been on a track before. That's going to take more time. They're going to take more time staging. They're going to have more stuff break. And so how does that figure into it? That's what we're going to see.
I just
Right.
hope nobody crashes.
Well, Dallas can tell you just about like to the minute how long it takes X number of cars to run on a bracket weekend. But see, those are bracket racers, and they all have thousands of runs, and
And they know the process.
they know to within 5 seconds how long their run is going to take from the time the starter waves them in to the time they turn off the big end. We don't have that luxury at this event. So what I'm saying is, I told Dallas, let's try to make sure everybody gets 3 passes in minimum. We're going to try to do that because there's no curfew at Jeffers.
See, that's awesome right there.
We're going to try to
Okay.
do that, and then anything on top of that, we absolutely want to accommodate. But we're going to find out. There's got to be a first one, right? And so
Yep.
we'll adjust the second one, whatever we need to.
I got to give a plug out to Barrows. I got his stickers in there. Actually, really
Aren't
cool.
that cool?
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yes.
I like that.
I just got yours
Oh,
the
well,
other
hey,
day. Jeff.
God,
I
Did
put
you
them
get
on
them?
my
Cool.
box. I put them on my
Stickers are
toolbox.
dumb. We shouldn't be doing that.
You know what? I think the sticker idea is really cool. In fact, what I was gonna do, I ended up putting them all on my toolbox. I was gonna just layer the rear bumper of my car with all the channel stickers and just cover every inch of chrome.
Yeah.
I'm running
You know,
out of room. So I got
you're-
Hoosiers now got a glacier of a sticker coming down here on the badge. And then I've got Cletus and Bubba up there, and 113 Cycles defected down to here. So I got to fix my jacked up sticker board.
I
I'm gonna
got.
be getting some made soon, so I'll be sending some out to anybody that wants some.
That's
If
what I got
anybody,
going on.
if anybody wants to make me up a design and send it my way, I'm too lazy to make one.
Well, I've got my stickers made. I've got my T-shirts made, and all I'm waiting for is to hit my 500, and then I'll have my contest at 500. And you know, that's my contest. Whoever wins it is going to get my very first T-shirt, my very first sticker, and they get to name the Coronet, because the Coronet is the only car in my fleet that doesn't have a name.
Oh, that's
You
cool.
know?
My 1,000 subscriber, I'm giving away Ken's LS powered 300 Ford.
Nice. All right. Can I subscribe to you again?
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that, Ken.
Oh yeah. It's all good.
Sorry about that.
That's the prize
you
right
guys
there.
will negotiate that out.
Wait, well, yeah.
So you guys talking about the timing on running the track and all that. That's part of what I was talking about. If I get my car done in time and then get to go do some test and tune here at the local track, you know what I mean, and get some runs under my belt so that I'm comfortable with doing this. You know, I don't want to just go out there and, be, make an ass of myself and be like, oh man, hell, I'm not doing all this right. But my buddy that's helping me build this engine, his daughter, she runs NHRA dragsters. Her name is Denny. What's her last name? Gosh, it's right there on her dragster. I don't know. Anyway, but she just got certified NHRA, and I mean, she's awesome. But he's going to help me with all the test and tune stuff and all that. And so I'm pretty fortunate to have him there to guide me through this, because I'm a late bloomer on all this stuff. I've played around with cars, swapping motors over and stuff like that, but I've never really built an engine and drag raced, on a track. I mean, we used to run our cars up across the bridge. That was our racetrack
Yeah.
when I was a kid in high school. We raced across Highway 12 bridge, which is exactly 1/4 of a mile across, and then we'd all pull over and get out and wipe off the rubber off of our fender wells and then cruise back up into town like nothing was up.
See, my closest track's like an hour and 20 minutes away.
Yeah, that's about what
And-
ours is.
I mean, I hate saying it, but I have a draggy, and there's a road not far from me. It is just long and flat. I'm marking it off.
I think I've seen that.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, yeah,
I think I've seen that road.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, there's like nobody ever out there.
Right.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get my car done. I've never raced before, so it's new for me, and it's gonna be a learning experience having 550 torque when I've never raced before.
Yeah.
Just drop the hammer.
Patrick,
You'll be good.
mostly
No,
old parts for us. Patrick is supposed to be coming over next weekend, and we're gonna take the Ranger up and down Interstate 69 and make some pulls and get the truck tuned in. I think. So
Yeah, I
that'll
was
be
just
fun.
talking to Patrick. He's buying some parts from me.
Yeah, he keeps on
Patrick
breaking
is a
stuff.
great guy, and I was about ready to say Patrick's a great guy. And when he was joking around and saying, "Oh, I can break that," he's dead serious. He is. I mean,
I like Patrick a lot.
he makes horsepower, and he uses every last drop of it when he does his driving. He sent me
Hey.
some pictures last week, and the broken shit, and it's like, wow, man, that's really impressive.
He's proud of
Yeah.
breaking stuff, isn't he?
Oh man,
Right.
Ryan, there's two components to it. Okay. There's driving on the drag strip and there's racing. And they're two different things. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And every tutorial I see always conflates the two inevitably, and it shouldn't do that. So Andy Wood and I, sometime here in the month of June, are going to do a video on driving at the drag strip as separate from racing. So, okay. So we're going to
That
get
would be
into
useful.
we're going to do a video that's uncut from the time we leave the pits to the time we get back to the pit space. That has everything in real time, from
Yep.
getting in the staging lanes, following the starter, staging, leaving, all of that, and leave out of it all the reaction time stuff and all the what the other car's doing, how to judge it in the bracket, and leave all that out of it. Because that stuff's not benefiting the people who've never been on a track before.
Mhm.
We want a tutorial for people who have never set foot on a dragway so that they can go, make the run, and come back, and then the racing part will come.
So
So
and
question
really,
for you.
Ryan, the racing part. Oh, I was just gonna say is the tree. Like you
Mhm.
don't leave right at green. You just figure out the tree. But I mean, if you know how to launch your car, where it's not going
Right.
to spin real bad, or you can feather it out of the hole, whatever you got to do. I mean, that's a decent amount of torque. I don't,
Yeah.
with 456 gears, man, you have a really good chance of just breaking them loose.
Well,
But it's
but
just
you can layer all
with
the
only a-
racing on.
yeah,
With only a 26x9 tire.
You'll layer all the racing on top of it once you figure out how to drive on the dragway. If you're trying to race before you know how to actually drive on the track, that's where it becomes a problem, I think. And that's what I think
Becomes
is
dangerous.
lacking in the tutorials I see out there.
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, and a question for you, Wilbur, about the event and stuff. I was told from somebody, I don't know who, that the way it's set up is obviously you can have clocks on if you request to have clocks on, but they're going to be off primarily. I don't know if that's true or not.
Anyway, no, as far as we're
Anyways.
concerned, we want to keep the clocks off. We may turn them on for something, but the thing with having the clocks off is this. Number one, all these YouTubers, look, you're going to get a time slip, and you can put
I was,
the time
I was
slip
about
in your
to ask if you're going to get a time slip
Yeah,
if
of course.
clocks are on.
Yeah, you'll still get time slips. But the thing with the clocks off, number one, there are people whose ego is not going to want them to run with the clocks on. That's obvious. The other thing is if you got a 9-second car out there that doesn't have a cage in it, I don't think Dallas wants to know about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
Well, the other
probably
part too,
not.
John. The other part too is like the illusion of it. Like you see Ryan just make a hell of a run.
Yeah.
You don't know what he's running. It kind of intrigues you. Like I want to go get a piece of that thing.
Well, but we may turn the clocks. Like for instance, an instance where it will be really neat to have the clocks on. I bet the Nelsons will want the clocks on because they're going to leave there with the stock bottom end Chevy Inline 6 world record.
Yeah.
They're going to.
They don't already have it,
They need a 526, and that car is probably going to run in the fours.
dude. Isn't
John,
that
I'm-
car neat? Like,
Yeah, it is.
I
It
know
is.
you guys are all like Mopar guys, but like that car is
Oh,
neat.
yeah, I love it. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. So, but the thing is, that would be a neat time to have the clocks on, right?
I'm
Yeah,
going for
sure.
a '68 Thunderbird world record holder.
Yeah, I don't mind at all having the clocks on. I just think that the nature of the event, it might be helpful to just leave them off for a few different reasons. But you're all
Yeah.
going to time slips. You can put them on your channel. If you want to have the lack of having a time posted to help you with your strategy and call out other people, you can do that too.
Psychological.
Yeah. But we're going to have some fast cars. There's plenty of slow cars, and we're going to have some really fast stuff too.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot faster stuff there than I originally thought. That's for sure.
They're going to be
Yeah.
a lot faster stuff than I'm going to be.
There's
Well, the
slow-
fun part about that is, though, Ryan, is that there's going to be a lot of us in the middle.
Yeah. I
You know, like-
expect, I'm more used to just from what I've read and from what I've seen and stuff. Obviously, I don't have experience with it, but I'm more used to quarter mile times than eighth mile times just because it's what I read about more. My combination, I'm expecting high 11s, but maybe
So is it,
12.
there's some good calculators out online. And
Yeah,
I think
there is.
I think NHRA uses like a 1.56
Use
calculation. on it.
WallaceRacingCalculators.com.
Yeah,
Go there.
Walls Racing.
Right.
That'll give you an idea. But every quarter mile track starts with an eighth mile track. You know that,
Yeah.
right? So,
Oh, yeah.
you should have lots of eighth mile data in your quarter mile passes.
Mhm.
So I was just going to show you. This is Denny Jensen. This is my buddy's daughter, and she drives the Hot Wheels dragster.
Cool.
Sweet.
I like that.
Nice.
Yeah, her best time in there is 8.2 in the quarter.
Oh, that's moving.
Moving on.
That's moving.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
moving.
8.2 and a quarter. Yeah, she knows her stuff, and her dad is her crew chief, and he's the one who's helping me build my motor.
I don't know if I need to be that fast. I think
That's
like
about
10,
165, 170 miles an hour.
I think like 10 seconds is like that's fast enough. I think.
Yeah,
10, yeah. Hell, a 12-second car is fast.
Yeah, 12-second car is fast.
yeah. But I appreciate actually, him taking time out of his stuff to help me with just a project, and I was talking about, man, I can't believe how much money this thing's costing me, because I'm like $7,000 in on this engine. And he's like, oh, well, I paid $1,000 for this pulley and bracket. And I'm like,
Yeah.
It adds up fast.
I'm just like, oh my gosh.
I'm
Yeah,
just
there's a-
laughing my whole way because I found my engine laying on a garage floor in a parts deal.
Right.
It was completely built like this: 500 horse, 550 torque.
Wow.
Completely
that's
built
good.
like that, and it was sitting on a guy's garage floor.
Wow.
My
Well, I
little
did-
truck, $4,000, fellas, all in. Yep.
Well, I did some trading. I traded out some work and gave the guy some cash. I gave the guy $1,000 cash and traded out some work for the 440 block that I got from him. But he had spun a bearing in it. He was running into his 67 Barracuda. He made 3 runs on it and spun a main bearing in there. And it's like, couldn't figure out what was going on. And he wasn't a Mopar guy anyway. And he was just like, look, I've already lost interest in this. I'm going to build a Civic. And so anyway, he told me he would sell me all his Mopar stuff for $1,000 cash and then I fix his fireplace for him. So I said,
Oh.
sure, absolutely. I mean, I'm a mason by trade, so all right, I'll do that. So, I did that, and I got that 440. It was bored out 40 over already, and those 440 Source Stealth aluminum heads,
Yeah.
and the air gap intake, and 727 transmission with the pan cooler on it, I mean, the whole setup, I got it all. I ended up, I had about $2,000 in all of that. But when I took it to the main machine shop, to get it cleaned up after he spun that bearing, they said, what torque converter did he give you with this? And I showed it to him, and they were like, well, that's what went wrong. He had a weighted torque converter, and it was an internally balanced engine.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, apparently so, because on his third pass, he trashed it. So, anyway,
yeah, because the weight becomes a drag, and the faster you're going, the harder that weight is going to hit.
Yeah, real quick, I got a question to answer here. What became of my 69 GTX and Satellite? 69 GTX is still here as Satellite. I think you're talking about the 68 Belvedere. Those two were in the same video. The 68 Belvedere got delivered to Texas to a guy that I sold it to. The 69 GTX will also be going to Texas on trade for all the metalwork done to a 1969 Super B.
Oh,
so
sweet.
Both cars will be out of my hands, and in return, I'm getting a completely done metalwork 69 Super B. So
that's a hell of a deal, man.
Oh shit! I would have took that deal.
Yeah,
that's what I went to. That's what I went to school for. Old collision and metalworking.
Well, it's a 69 GTX, real deal GTX B3 blue.
B5 blue. B5 blue.
B5 blue.
I did not say B5. I said B3, and then I said B7.
He said B3. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
B3 is lighter.
Don't worry, nothing's gonna happen this time.
No.
B3 is lighter. B7 is darker. Little teaser related to blue. There's a car potentially coming in next week that is going to be blue. That will be a new car for the channel. So
sweet.
Maybe we'll see. Yeah, according to this horsepower calculator, apparently I'm going to run like an 1125, and I think that's a bunch of crap. No way.
You hook up, man.
Gotta hook it up.
Yeah. Best tires I can get on the thing is about 26 and a half inch tall, and about 9 inches wide because it's stock wheel wells, stock spring placement.
It's gonna make them 26. It's gonna make that 456 like a 488.
Are you gonna get some drag radials? Like they'll hook. Them drag radials hook.
I got slicks.
What's this Fender? What car are you putting it on?
66 Belvedere.
You can't run but a 26-inch tire on that.
You could fit a 27, but you get pretty close to that high speed with tire expansion.
Wait, you're running automatic, right?
Yeah, I'm getting an automatic built right now for it.
And you're gonna put bias ply slicks on it?
No, not bias ply. What are you talking about?
All right, well you said slicks. I was just like checking.
Well, you're saying it's going to expand and grow. That's yeah.
Well, the soft rubber, I would imagine it would expand a little bit, but generally speaking, the highest street tire I could fit under it, and it gets real close, is a 275 60/15.
So that's what I'm gonna be running. And in a drag radial, and those shouldn't really expand.
I figured they would
like the
just
Mickey,
a little,
the
but
Mickey Thompson R, like the R series. I think he'd be good on that.
Right. I'll have to look into that a little bit more closely, but the end goal right now is I got to get the engine compartment stripped and painted. Then I got to paint the underneath of the car, and then I'm putting the engine, transmission, everything in it. So then I can actually start to make it a functional car and do the body work and paint as I go.
If you can get a 275 60/15 on it, that's a 28-inch tire all day.
Oh, I thought it was 27. My bad. Then.
And if you're running an automatic, especially with a drag radial, you're never going to expand enough to hit a quarter panel.
Okay.
And if you're that, I don't know, like if you're going to keep this car nice, but
Yeah.
we've trimmed the inner, like where the quarter panel rolls in. We've trimmed that out.
Yeah, I want to keep it stock for the time being at least. But yeah, this car's not going anywhere. This will stick around.
You may get a 28x9 doing nothing, just putting it in there, 28x9 drag radial.
Yeah.
I'll have to look and actually get some measurements on it, and it'll have super stock springs on it and stuff like that, so it'll be sitting up a little bit taller.
Ask somebody with the same quarter panel. That'll tell you. Find guys that are running the same quarter panel.
Well,
you can't just get a similar car because it's got to be the same wheel opening.
Bigfoots and Mopars.
Is it the same quarter?
Coronet, same wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but make sure it's the same. It's like a Dart and a Valiant.
Yeah, it is.
The same.
Well, I know his is the same, and I'm actually buying the super stock springs that he has from his 68 Satellite. And I have those in there, which he's running super stock springs in Jack Pine Savage also. So it'll be similar. Yeah. Yeah, mine's a 66 Belvedere too. His is a 67 Coronet RT, but they actually use the same wheelhouse.
Mark will know to the millimeter how much tire you can get on there. I guarantee it. He's all about it.
He says on, for some reason on one side, I forget if he said left or right, but either on the left side or the right side, he said when it goes over bumps or something, it'll slightly rub. And that's a 275 60/15.
Ask people that run that same quarter. Artur Fiddler there, he says he had trouble fitting 235 70s. So I would ask people that run that quarter. I know a Dart you can't get anything bigger than 26 8.5.
Yeah,
that's a Dart.
Tiny.
Darts have got those small wheel wells.
Very tiny.
That's why you just cut them, make them bigger.
Yeah, I have to use a 15x7 wheel. I was gonna try to use my 15x8 steel wheels, my like Ram Charger wheels, but they won't fit. It's too close.
I would love to have a couple of Ram Charger wheels.
I've got a pair of them.
I'm looking for a pair of them.
Well, there you go.
So if you want to sell them, let me know.
No, I can't sell them, but I'm going to Big Swap Meet next week. If I find some, I'll keep you in mind.
Let me know. I'm looking for a pair of them.
Gentlemen, it's almost 11:30 here. I think I'm going to go hit the sack. I got to get up early in the morning and start moving some dirt because the pond guy is coming back tomorrow. It's finally drying out enough, and so I got to help him move red dirt because one side of it didn't have enough, and I happen to have a giant pile of red dirt over there. So
just to be clear, tomorrow is the debut of Big Mike's Outdoor Adventures.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man! I tell you, I there's never a lack of things going on here. And then Tuesday we're dropping hay, and then we'll be raking and baling by the end of the week and putting.
I figured that other channel you could do a video almost every day. It sounds like.
Oh man, you could do like 10 a day.
Oh my, yeah.
Big Mike's breakfast extravaganza. There's a video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
Big Mike's Daily Chores Part
video.
1.
Yeah.
See Big Mike's Christmas video.
Yeah.
Big Mike is going to become a vlogger.
Oh,
yeah.
Gosh. Isn't that what we're all doing on here? Vlogging?
To an extent, but
influencers.
Some people are more informational.
Right on. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Influence 50 more people to sub to me, and
I don't see why you don't have those 50. You should have those 50 already.
Hey,
I know.
Mike, get up to 475, and we'll do a midweek late night live and see if we get you the rest of them.
Yeah,
get you over that mountain, man.
Yeah,
sounds good. Yeah, I'm hoping to be back on the Coronet by the end of the week because I've got things laid out that I'm wanting to do to it. Yesterday, whenever we had our cookout, and I took some of the guys into the Hoopty barn, and I think they went into cerebral overload. They were just like, "What in the hell is wrong with you?"
That's when I hear that, I always say, "Do you want that in alphabetical order or Dewey Decimal System?"
Right? Yeah.
Mike, if it'll help out, man. Like I've been trying to like throw out channels out there on my community tab to go check people out. I'll throw it out
Yeah,
there
I know
tomorrow.
you shared my dino video. That helped.
Yeah, I mean, I just throw anybody out there. I
Yeah.
mean,
right on.
just-
Well,
I like
I'll tell you
watching
what,
all kinds of different videos.
I'll tell you what. Whenever I put up this video this week, I've got an amazing, awesome video planned for this week. It's going to be something I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it, and it's not on the Coronet, but it is automobile related, and
Nice.
it's going to be something definitely different. So anyway, so keep that in mind, and
I will.
You got
you
another
guys,
one, Mike.
y'all have a good night, and I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go in there and snuggle up with Mama.
There you go.
Wrong.
All right.
Good night.
All right, see you guys.
All right.
All right, so here's a car question, fellas. I'm working on that 300, and I need to add some dowel pins to the head, right? I can't use the factory ones that are in the block, so I got to add my own. How would you guys do it? Would you just like punch your holes in the gasket wherever you think it'd work, and then transfer them to the head, or what do you guys think? How would you go about it?
Well, you do the head before the gasket, I would say. You just gotta be sure you don't punch through like a thin water jacket on the surface of the head, but I wouldn't think there would be.
Yeah, I don't think there would be. I think I'm okay. I'm gonna be, on the outer limits of the head, right? So,
I mean, you'll
not
just have
worried
to
about.
you'll have to drill and then get a press fit pin. Drill to whatever size
I
you
got all
like.
that.
Sure. You got to make sure that press fit is tight too.
Right.
Right.
I don't want it to move. Yeah.
Have you
Good.
thought about maybe doing a register on 2 of the head bolts?
Now, see, I could probably do that because that's how it was stock, right? But I'd have to do some machining, and I'm not necessarily set up to do that. So that's why I was just going to use dowel pins, because I can drill a hole. Damn it!
Hey, Ken, look how Google how Ford 460 dowel pins go in. It's an actual. It's like a round piece of metal, and it's like split, and it goes into a hole, and it when you pound it in there, it like tightens in there a little bit. So I just put some in.
Okay, yeah, I'll look into that style.
And they're cheap.
Right. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. So ideally in the future, I'm going to get some round stock, and I'm going to fill the stock bolt holes and then just have them re-drilled to the gasket. Like the way I did it was kind of sloppy just to get it done,
Yeah.
And then I'll be able to register it off the bolt hole like it did from the factory. But until then, I think we'll just do dowel pins.
Well, you need something because it's going to move. The gasket's going to move, and then you're going to have a
Yes.
long head gasket. So
you got to have something.
That's right. That's why I brought up the fact that I was doing it.
You don't want to be like Cadillac, the HT41.
You definitely need some sort of locators.
Yes. Oh, I'll have to tinker around with some ideas and see what I come up with.
Here's a question: what color are you going to paint the engine?
I'm thinking about leaving it the Ford blue that it is. I'm thinking the Ford blue looks all right.
Ford blue's a good deal.
Hey, Ken, what if you did a stud that was oversized and just trimmed away so that it would locate, have 2 studs to locate,
yeah,
and then bolts for the rest?
That you could do.
That might not be a bad idea.
That might work. I'll look. Yeah, that might work.
If you did an oversized stud, like let's say you picked 2 places that you could drill and tap out into the block for a stud that's bigger, and then you took your reamer and you reamed the head bolt hole sizes to where it was a perfect fit.
Right.
Those 2 would serve as your dowels.
I like that. Yeah, that's not too bad of an idea. I like that. I said there's more than one way to skin this cat. So
How much does that head weigh?
doesn't weigh much of anything really. I can't tell you. However, let's see. I don't know. Let's see. 24 pounds bare, and I took a cylinder off each one, so it weighs less than 48 pounds.
Probably 40 pounds.
Let's call, yeah, probably about 40 pounds, yeah.
Nice. I'm excited to see that one shape up. That's exciting.
Yeah. John, I call Ken like every day talking to him about that engine.
Well, if it's
Yeah.
if it's
You want that
24
so bad?
You know what? Like I made the mistake of getting into the Ford world, but this one's intriguing me.
Yeah.
So Ken, you
pretty
said
slick.
they're 24 pounds for each of the V8 heads.
Yeah, bare. They're 20,
So-
they're 24 pounds, so.
So if you cut a quarter of it off, so then that drops it to 18 pounds each.
Yeah.
So he's 36
Around
pounds.
about 40. Yeah,
Yeah,
around
with
about
hardware,
36,
probably about
40,
40, yeah. That's about
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched Barrow's video where he had the dowels on the Ford block. There's two of them. And him putting those 72 pound, 75 pound complete dressed heads.
Yeah.
the
He was
460.
hurting picking them
Dude,
up,
I know
man.
what he's talking
He
about.
was
So like
hurting.
when I pulled the engine out of that Thunderbird, I took it down to a short block, and I'm not big at all. Like, and I am sitting there taking them heads, and the intake was even more. And it's like, holy shit, this is really, really heavy. So when he was, muscling those on there, pain in the butt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those were
I'll-
nothing. Those were nothing. When I was in my 20s, those things were nothing.
I'll stick with the Mopar stuff. It's still heavy, but not that heavy.
Yeah, not as heavy as that. Like a Cleveland head is a lot bigger, and it's got
Yeah.
the angle.
What do you think a dressed 906 weighs? Probably
I
40.
don't know, 100. Nah. It's got 125.
No, it can't be that much. I mean,
904. I can pick up a 904, no problem at all.
No, a
that's-
906
head.
head. A 906
Oh, a
head.
head. Oh, a head. Oh, 906.
it's got to be around 50 pounds.
Yeah, I
60
figured.
pounds.
Because I can't
You
ship
want me to go get
anything.
one?
I can't ship anything over 50 pounds, and I think I sold a bare one and sent it through the mail under 50 pounds.
Yeah.
But I think if it was dressed, it would have been over. I think they're like 45 pounds bare. I mean, I could send stuff over 50 pounds through the mail, but then you get a $24 surcharge for overweight.
Yeah, but you gotta go freight. Then freight costs a lot more too.
Well, it's just the shipping system in general sucks right now.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
it does.
Shipping.
I'm glad I
keeps
got
going
my.
up,
I'm
up,
glad
up.
I got my deck lid. Charge a
Piece
deck
of
lid.
advice: don't put fragile stickers on stuff. You would think that'd be backwards, but if you put a fragile sticker on something, it's a
Or
I mean,
target.
kick it.
Or
Kick
do
it.
not bend.
Yeah. So
Just because they
there's-
see it.
there's a piece of trim that goes right under the grill on a 70 Roadrunner. It's about 5 feet long. It's a piece of stainless, really thin. So I sold it, shipped it in a like 4-inch by 4-inch by 50-inch whatever box, 55-inch box. It showed up tied in a knot.
Oh my lord.
Man.
And this is what we do for business every day. We deal with this crap every day. And the worst part, I submit pictures to FedEx. I submit a claim, say, hey, this is how it showed up. This is your problem. And I have insurance on every package I send. They don't do anything about it. They don't care.
Yup.
How about
USPS
ordering
the
from
same way.
AMD? How about ordering from AMD?
I got a
Truck
quick
comes by.
story about AMD, not to cut you off. But quick story about AMD and shipping in general. So my stepbrother works for FedEx, and he works in the warehouse side of things. And this guy apparently ordered a Chevelle cowl induction hood from AMD or something, some sort of hood. Every time the hood came in, the same guy would just go up to it and just drive his knee through it, or try to bend it, or drop it on something, just to make the guy mad or whatever. And he saw it happen, and he reported. He's like, we can't do this. That guy ordered a hood and had that hood and a different hood and another hood. I think it was the 4th or 5th hood that he finally accepted.
Wow.
See, it's funny is like I used to do a lot of eBay stuff on like vintage drag racing stuff because I had a massive collection and a lot of rare original photos, right? And what I ended up having to do was buy the plastic sleeves to put them in. I had this picture and it was an Arnie Beswick photo and it was him racing Mr. Norm at Cordova. Awesome photo, original. And I sold it to this guy and it was a decent amount of money. Literally all over it, do not bend. And the guy got it and they had rolled it up and put a rubber band around it. And the guy was like mad at me and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, and that's the worst part is through eBay you get a message saying, "Hey, my thing showed up damaged. I want you guys to pay for it. Your response. It ain't my problem, you know.
Yeah.
It's like it sucks. I'm sorry that happened, but like that's not my problem. And the worst part is, if they go to eBay and they submit a claim against us, like, "Hey, this showed up damaged. I want my money back."
They give them their money back.
We have to pay them money back for something that we didn't do.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how messed up eBay is right now.
Oh yeah, that's why I quit doing that eBay thing.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is eBay just automatically, it doesn't matter the reasoning at all. They automatically side with the customer pretty much.
Mhm.
Which, like, you know, business model wise, yeah, you want to help the customer, but at the same time, the seller is where you're making money on fees. So
One of the things with AMD though, when they ship stuff, a lot of stuff goes freight, right?
mhm.
It'll go yellow freight, it'll go Old Dominion, all kinds of stuff, right? If a guy tells you, no, you can't look at that, you can't open the box before you sign that bill of lading, go tell him to go screw himself. Okay? Because they'll try that. Oh, you can't. I did it with my lift. They're like, oh, you can't open the box. I'm going to open the box. You hear me?
Because once you sign that piece of paper, they're not
It's
liable.
over. It's
See,
over.
you know, it's funny when my transmission, I had a pallet of stuff show up and, you know, just all these boxes and I knew what I ordered and I'm like, he's like, "Hey, can you sign this?" I'm like, "Yeah, let me just open these up to make sure." And he kind of rolled his eyes at me. He's like, "I'm in a hurry." And I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to make sure I got everything, you know,
I knew
and
I
it's the
wasn't
right
only
shit.
one. I knew I wasn't the only one on that. People
Right.
act like, you know, hey, you know, it's good. Oh yeah, it's good. This is $1,500, $2,000, $3,000. I'm supposed to trust you?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
The guy that gets paid to move boxes and drive a truck, he doesn't care about what's in the boxes.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
scared
care.
about the time. He's trying to get, you know, I feel
Yeah.
bad for my FedEx guy. For one, all winter long, he's delivering boxes to my house every day that are heavy. But he was always cool. He'd come in, check out the car, check stuff out, and just shoot the shit. And I noticed like the same FedEx guy was here, like driving through early in the morning, afternoon, late at night, like every day. And like he pulled up and I had a bunch of boxes and he's like, "Dude, I quit." And I'm like, "What do you mean you quit?" And he's just like, "They can't get any good help. I'm working 7 days a week. I'm making, you know, good money overtime." He's just like, "They're just not doing me any favors and they're not bringing people on." And he's like, "I went to a competing company, obviously probably like UPS." He didn't say. And he's
Mhm.
like, "More money. I don't have to work as many hours." I mean, this guy was working like 75, 80 hours a week.
Man,
Wow, that's terrible.
it really
Yeah.
sucks.
Bought a
It's the same thing around
4575 Holly Dominator. Guy didn't pack it good enough, dropped it, and crushed crushed the primary fuel bowl. That's not
Sucks.
good. That's not good at all. See, that's the thing. Like the packaging matters too. Like we wrap everything up with paper and sometimes with bubble wrap if necessary. You know. And
Dude,
even
I
still-
hate ordering quarter panels. I hate it because I know they're gonna come dented. I know they are. I know they are.
A little Bondo will be all right.
Oh no.
Gentlemen, I got to finally call it a day. Mopar
Yeah.
62, good to actually see you and not just like your keyboard on the screen. That's pretty nice.
Yeah,
I'm in the
yeah.
garage. That's why I'm in the garage. I do that in the garage.
We'll see you
Yeah.
guys. You have a great evening.
All right.
Say, Cousin
Yeah.
Eddie.
With the Miata.
Take care.
You know what's
I wish
funny about
Tony
the-
would have did something with Miata.
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, Miata.
I think he got rid of it.
Oh,
He did.
Piece of
You know, it's
crap
funny,
anyway.
Mopar Nut. We're building an engine run stand, right? And I ordered a radiator, fuel cell, and got all that shit in. Of course, it's cheap Chinesium. And
Mhm.
believe it or not, the radiator welds aluminum was very quality, like somebody did a really good job on it. But you know, like the channel that it sits in and all that,
Mhm.
bottom and
Yeah.
top. And this box was like boxed really nice, and you pull it out, it was just bent everywhere. I mean, literally just bent to shit. It's aluminum, so it's easy to straighten out. But it was so crazy. It's like,
Oh.
hey, this is really nice, but they actually packaged it really good. But somebody put this in there bent. I mean, bent to
Wow.
shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
ordered a champion aluminum one, and it came out pretty good. It's on my Cordova, and it worked perfect. I was like surprised.
See, I got a champion for my Thunderbird. I haven't put it in yet, but I last fall I ordered it, and it was like the last one in stock. It was the 16-inch fan and 3-core radiator, and
Yeah.
it was like cheap as hell. And now they finally got them back in stock, and they're like almost double the price.
Oh yeah, that fucking shit's going up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's gonna
Yeah,
get
that's the
worse.
bad part.
It's gonna get worse.
Well,
get a lot
everybody's
worse.
having damaged parts show up and all this crap, and it doesn't make my life any easier when it comes to being a seller. That's for sure.
Wrong parts. Not on your end, but from
Right.
like a
Yeah.
manufacturer, it's like, oh,
You know,
That's
most of the
Yeah, it goes
time, I
out.
kind of like when my parts show messed up because if they're still usable, it's just a free part. But
well,
hey,
you know what's funny?
that's just me.
It's so
Aw,
it's funny because like trying to find transmission mount and the left hand or right hand, I don't remember which one, motor mount for my car is like fucking impossible. And
the
I have
Ford?
actually for the 68 Thunderbird, yeah.
Oh,
So
it's okay.
so here you go. Here's the crazy part. I have ordered 4 and they've never shown up, right? And I was on eBay and I'm like, oh my God, they actually have them in stock. So I emailed them like, hey, do you guys have the 23 or 2723 and 2724 and this trans mount? Yeah, we sell it as a kit. I'm like, you have it? And they're like, yeah. So long story short, I hit buy it now. I get them in. They're all wrong. And I mean, they're for 429. The transmission mount doesn't work at all.
Hey,
But
Ryan, you better get rid of that troll.
Yeah, what's going on in the comments?
so long story short, Mopar Nut, I got my money back, because the guy was like, oh, it's a 429 motor mount. It'll work. And I'm going to make it work. But I ended up getting my money back. And I'm like, wait a minute. You told me you had it.
Mhm.
And then you shipped me something else. It's not even remotely close.
Mhm.
I'm going to make it work. I mean, I have no point. I have no choice this
Choice.
time.
I know that feeling.
I
No
mean,
choice.
if that guy's a troll, he is the most polite troll.
What
Yeah,
I can't see any
His name
comments.
is
What happened?
Peter North, so I don't know what the hell that deal is.
He's a jack of all trades, put Mopar Nut.
Yeah. Well,
So,
oh, now he's
what was-
saying he's not a troll. Okay.
what was it? What's he saying? I don't see any comments.
He's claiming he's a old adult film star.
Well,
And he
there was a
purchased
Peter North adult film star. I do know that.
He said he
Oh, we all
purchased
know this.
a 70 Boss Mustang with 28,000 miles on it for $600,000.
what?
That the old lady had at garage since 1974. And then Mopar Nut called him a troll. He said, "Troll? Not me."
Yeah.
He said, "I have subs, guys."
Oh,
I gotta see this. Not the look.
So okay, if he's really sorry, Eloy, sorry for those who don't know me. Let's just say I can shoot a bird off. Yeah, I was gonna say they. Yeah. Anyway, if he's not a troll, help us all out and subscribe to us, Peter. That's awesome, though.
funny.
That's hilarious. I mean, if he can subscribe to us, we can all say, "Yeah, we're so famous, we got a porn star
Yeah.
subscribe to us." It's a badass car.
Oh yeah, nice car, baby. It's real. Wow, he's got 241 subscribers.
Is he going to No Name? No. No.
I was gonna check him out here, but Okay.
Oh, he did sub. Okay.
Nice.
But he has no videos.
Sub 2 Hacks Garage, Peter North. Sub Tall Garage, Ryan Barnett, Mopar Nut 62. Anybody else in this chat? Big Mike in the Hoopty Barn.
Yeah, everybody. Bear Rose. Throw Bear Rose
Oh,
in there.
he actually did survive or subscribe, not survive. Wow.
I love it.
I mean, if that's true, hey, more power to him.
More power to him.
I am so confused.
I can't even say it because never mind. I can't say it. I can't say it on this
Don't
line.
worry, the censor will catch it.
Let's change the subject.
All
Ryan, I need some engine mounts for a C body for a small block. What do you got?
Oh, I don't think so. I might have them for a big block, but
What year?
Yeah, what year?
It's a 66.
Well, that'll be the normal style mount.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Biscuit style, right?
Yeah,
Are
probably.
they biscuit style? See, I don't know. I have no idea about.
They're like a rubber isolated biscuit.
Okay, so they are rubber.
That's all they are.
Okay.
What you'll need is the mounts that go to the block. If you don't, do you have those?
No, that's why I don't have those. Yeah.
Ah, that's the problem. Maybe the truck. Do the truck ones interchange with it?
This guy said he's going to join us one night. I don't know.
Awesome. Join us right now.
If Peter North gets on live, like
get on right now.
That sounds like a threat.
The Borg, you know, he's like the Borg. Join us now.
Just join us now.
I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should.
Ryan, throw it out there.
He won't do it, and if he does, I'm kicking him.
Dude, if it's Peter fucking North, I'm gonna die. Like this.
I don't know who that is.
It's gonna be.
No, I mean seriously, like
he's dead, right?
There's no.
Peter North's not dead. He had his fame in the '90s, man. He was like, I can't like Mr. Silly String.
He's 65. All right, he's 65. So.
Does his profile picture here match the thing?
No, doesn't look like it.
Well, yeah, but you gotta keep it down low. Like if you're like an old porn star.
If you're Peter North, you're not gonna be like, hey,
I'm Peter North. Yeah, like you may have seen me in such films as
Paint the Wall. No, I mean, yeah. Put the live out there. Let's see if he actually joins.
It's there. He won't.
It's out there already.
Okay.
Figure can join.
Okay, so the insulators are the same between the big block and small block. Is that what I'm reading here?
It's the same overall K member mount style.
Okay, so the thing that goes to the block is what I need. Okay,
well,
so yeah,
I have the bracket. I have truck brackets. Will truck brackets work?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
mean, I'm pretty sure I have truck brackets too because the engine's still sitting in the truck. So.
Well, then that's all you got to do is put the
yeah, but like, are they the same?
Style mounts.
I guess I'll find out, right?
Yeah, put the biscuits.
Well, it's a Magnum. Okay, it's a Magnum small block, right? So like,
what
they're probably not going to be the same.
What truck?
I don't know. It's a newer 2000 Dodge, man.
Oh, well then you're the whole different. When you say small block, we think of an LA small block, not a Magnum.
I was getting to it. I got, the Peter North stuff got me off. My attention got divided. Okay.
Stop getting distracted by the goofball.
He was going to get an autograph from Peter.
Yeah, there we go. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to get Ryan banned for inappropriate stuff. So
but what year's the truck? Because a lot of the trucks still had the ears on the side of the Magnum.
Okay, so it's I want to say it's like a 2000. It's like a 99 or 2000.
All right. Look at the truck and see if it has ears on the block. If it still has the ears, it might work.
Okay.
But if it has the bolt-on style ones on the side of the block, something's up there. I'm going to have to change that around.
The truck brackets won't work on a car, and 360, 318 use different brackets on one side, but they're the same on the other side. Okay, but that doesn't really help me though.
Well,
Know what I
318 is different than 340, 360 on one side.
Yeah.
Right. A
So
little more space on the one side.
I don't know how it works on a Magnum. Is it a 5.2 or a 5.9?
need. 5.9.
That's a
It'd still be the
360
same.
then.
Yeah.
It'll still be the same though, if it's this, depending on the ears.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about small blocks. I just got big block stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, but you,
That's pretty
Fiddler,
neat.
you can get away
Yeah.
with a couple of washers. You can use
It's actually like
360
accurate. It's a
mount on
440. It's
them.
got the pad and everything on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but
Ah,
it's
All
stamped
the
HP.
spots on the side.
I'll figure it out. We'll just slam the engine in there and see what happens.
So it's a 99 or a 2000.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good answer. Yeah, I love it. That's,
I like that answer.
Yes. It's
I mean, it's not the wrong answer.
it's
okay.
that older body style before they
99.
went to the slightly updated one in like 02 or whatever. So it's right there. It's either
02
99
for
or
half
2000.
tons, 03 for 3/4 tons.
Nice.
Motor.
They did that split year crap
Mm.
where they changed the half tons in 02. They changed the 3/4 tons and 1 tons in 03.
Ah.
Chrysler like to do some funny stuff.
See that
Always.
they have them both ways. I'm looking it up, and they have them both ways. They got them with the round style. You know the round ones with the looks like a donut.
Yeah.
They're both to the side of the engine.
Yeah.
And then they have the biscuit style, but the biscuit styles are in the 99 to 03. So, and that works for 3.9 and 5.2 and 5.9. So, yeah. You'd have to see what you got in that truck.
Okay. All right. See, I'm learning stuff. I got a plan of action now. All right.
That's the thing. But I had a 400 and a C body, so I should have brackets. Oh no, that's the wrong one. That would be a spool mount. Damn it.
I only have one C body, and it's probably one of the coolest C bodies there is, but it's too rusty to save, unfortunately.
What you got?
It's a 67 Monaco 500.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
that'd be a nice car.
67 HP 440 car.
Sweet.
The 69 and up 300s are like that's where it's
It's a-
at.
I
It's a
want
bucket-
a I want a
It's a bucket
70.
seat console car.
Yeah.
Oh, I want a 70 300 Hurst.
Nothing's too rusty there,
Yeah,
Ryan.
70
Nothing-
would be cool.
It's
Nothing
too
So
too
far,
rusty.
rusty.
I've always wanted to have a 70 300 Hurst, make it all factory, but with a 6-pack and a 4-speed, but make it look
Oh, that'd be
factory.
great, man. Hidden
Wouldn't that be
headlights and
badass?
all.
Yeah.
All
Hidden
the
headlights
mag-
and
I
all,
wish I
man.
could save this Monaco, but it's just too rusty underneath. But it's the fast top Fiddler. But it's turbine bronze is the color. Black
Oh,
vinyl
nice.
top. It's a 2-door. It's the Monaco 500, so it's got the extra side trim and stuff on it, and it's got a HP 440 with an automatic cruise control, power windows, power disc brakes.
Let me ask you a question, Ryan.
Bucket
How
seat
rusty are you
console.
talking?
Let me ask you a question.
The, the whole bottom 6 inches is gone.
You've seen Freiberger's car, right?
All the way around?
The one with the 2JZ in it. That car
That's Finnegan.
was whatever. One of them. I knew one of them had it.
That's Finnegan's death metal piece of crap.
That car is rusty, and he's doing cool things with it. And then there's that guy out there that took the wing car and put it down on an old NASCAR chassis and put an LS in it, and he's out there doing burnouts and shit. And that
So-
car, there wasn't anything left of it either. I'm just saying, dude, with a welder, you can fix anything. Like,
Well,
yeah.
and then, but probably one of the coolest options this thing has. I don't know why I think it's so cool, but it is. It has tilt and telescoping steering wheel,
Oh, slick.
that is pretty dope.
Yeah.
and it has
actually, yeah.
power bucket seats.
Do you
That's
remember
what I
the
kept-
third the third headlight thingy that
It's a
would move?
super light thing, whatever.
Yeah,
That-
Rhino. Last time I was up at Rhino's, he had a whole bunch of those sitting in a side room.
Jeez,
I know. It's like, oh, I want one of those.
you should use it as a spotlight.
Yeah, yeah.
It's one of the things I kept from my New Yorker, the telescoping steering wheel.
Yeah, this
Slick.
one's
The whole
tilt
column.
and telescoping, and it has
Yep.
like a
Tilts and telescopes. The whole
and
thing.
the seats are leather, I think, that are in it.
Yeah.
So,
It's
like,
got
is
the
it all-
same. It's got the same console as like a 68, 69 Charger.
so it's
Oh,
complete.
Oh, slick.
The car is
Yeah.
complete, right?
The
Or
only
is it-
thing missing is the console-mounted tack that it had from the factory,
Nice.
and somebody stole the dual snorkel air cleaner.
Dude, I'm not saying rat
Yeah.
rot it, but like do what Dalton's doing on that car he just picked up. Like just make it a car again.
Do
Just
a video
don't,
on it so we can
don't-
look at it at least.
Yeah,
There
don't
it is.
worry.
There it is.
Don't worry
There is
about
a
if it's
video.
rusty or not, right?
I'm
Like
gonna have to
rust
look through it then.
rust can be fixed, you know?
The name of the video is the High Performance C Body or something like
All right,
that.
all right. I'll look for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look
But-
for it too. I want to see what this
'Cause
thing looks
I
like.
probably missed it.
Yeah, this was like 8 months ago or something. Who knows?
Wait till you see my Fox body, Ryan. Like there's no floor. Like
The
all
whole
the
like
floor,
the whole back section of the trunk lid you can put your hand through. I mean,
No.
well, yeah, but you know that's
it's,
you can
get in
find
our
another trunk lid.
Yeah, that's in our trunk lid away, right? Like that ain't
it
no
has
problem.
it has a vacuum operated trunk release.
What
Yeah,
the?
I got a couple of those. I got a couple of
That's
those
so
things. dude.
dumb. Why?
It works great, man.
Yeah, take
My
the
thought-
leak.
My Thunderbird's got well, not anymore. Hydraulically controlled off the power steering windshield wipers.
So you're not gonna
Yeah.
have
Cool.
windshield wipers. In this
No,
car.
I'm no.
Hey.
I mean, I got a tunnel
What?
ram, so if it's raining, I'm fucked anyway.
One of the 71 Chargers I had headlight wipers on it. I kept
Yeah.
the
Oh.
whole assembly.
wipers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
headlight
to clean the headlights.
wipers. It's like
To
a little
clean the
brush. It looked like a
headlights.
brush.
Dude,
And
they were
it just goes
smoking
like
some
that.
good shit back in the day, dude. These
70s,
engineers were
man.
these engineers were just like, yo, what if we
Purple
put
haze was
wind
everywhere.
wipers on the headlight?
Have you seen some of the commercials? If you haven't, go look at some of the late 60s and early
Orange
70s Dodge
Sunshine.
commercials.
See, hey Ken, yeah, Orange Sunshine. Ken, that guy got fired by Ford, who engineered the hydraulically controlled windshield wipers off of power steering fluid, and he went to Chrysler and was like, "Man, I got it. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do on
I
the,
tell
on
ya.
the headlights."
I can't tell you how
Yeah.
many times I've been
They thought
driving
they
at
were
night going,
BMW,
man,
you know what I mean?
if only I had wipers on.
I wonder if my headlights can see. And he's looking. Nope.
Jesus Christ. Oh Lord.
Yeah. It's a
But yeah,
weird
Ryan,
option, but
That
yeah.
car would give you something to just go wacky with, man. You could build
Nah.
something different because you don't think the car is worth saving. So that's the perfect kind of car to do something crazy with. That you wouldn't know.
The engine that's with it, that's in it, is definitely worth saving. Holy crap!
Yeah.
It runs.
And it's
That's got an 8 3/4 then too, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't. It might be a sure grip in it. I don't know. I haven't checked. But it's got a HP 440 and Mopar, and it's got the 915 high performance heads on it.
nice.
Jeff? Oh, there you
No,
go.
I'm here. I was just checking my text messages.
I was like, oh, he went dark.
Nah, my daughter's been on a camping trip all weekend. Just see if she texted me back yet.
Oh yeah. But yeah,
That-
that was a
that
heck of a
does
car.
that.
But
That's what dads do.
Yeah.
I've got to sell a guy. See, here's another eBay related thing that sucks. People don't know how to read.
No, they don't.
That's true.
So this
I'm-
guy, I sold a wiring harness, an under the dash wiring harness for a 68 Chrysler 300. It was a 4-door. I just put 4-door in there because that was more specific of what it was. The guy bought it and thought it was the harness for the 4-door wiring harness for power windows.
Oh, so he doesn't know how to read. Oh, he just no. He
No.
read what he wanted to read.
He read what he wanted to read. He didn't look at the pictures. The pictures show
Yeah.
a lock cylinder in it.
Okay.
It's like, seriously? Let's show like a ignition cylinder, and all sort of ignition related stuff for under the dash. And he went through and he called us. We threw a business card in every one of our boxes. He called us. He's like, hey, this is not what I wanted. I said, well, what did you want? I wanted a wire and harness for my 4-door, for all 4 doors for the power windows. I said, no, that's not what it was for. He's like, well, that's what it said. That's what it said in the title. That's what it said in the description. I said, no, it doesn't. And he said, well, I'm going to turn you in. His wife is chattering in the background, too. You got to love that. His wife is chattering in the background, and they're like deep Southern California. She just starts going on and on. Boy, if he don't treat you right, I'll make sure they never sell a thing on eBay ever again. And just starts going on and on and on. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So the only way we could get him to shut up is to agree to sell him the switches out of our Monaco. So
Wow.
Yeah.
people are crap.
Well, there's no protections with eBay a lot of times on the sellers.
No, they don't care about the sellers.
It's a buyer's deal. That's all it is.
Which is
I've been
stupid because the sellers are what make them money.
I know.
Yeah,
Because they charge you on everything as a seller. They charge you on shipping.
Yep, they do. If I sell something for $75 and it costs me $25 to ship it, I get charged on the whole $100.
Yep.
I don't just get charged on the cost of the item.
Which is insane when they change that because they're trying to get people to do free shipping, right? Well, the way you try
not
to get
just
around
that.
then they try to get around, then you have to add to your prices. And then there was the 99 cents buy it now and $100 shipping.
Yep, that was the big thing. Because then they were avoiding all fees.
Yep.
Pretty much. And eBay was not happy about that. Justifiably so. But
that one's justifiable there, but maybe you just like have a system in place to I don't know, but man,
rules. I mean, if
they screwed
if you
everybody.
You misread the thing, and you made it. They couldn't even be honest enough to say, "Look, I misread it." Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
But this should be a little give and take here, because I mean,
Right.
you can't just give stuff away.
oh,
Right.
I know.
Well, they're not going to have anybody on there sooner or later.
I don't know. On one hand, you can't give stuff away, but on the other hand, letting it sit and rot into the ground for 30 years and then selling
That's
it.
right.
Probably
A lot of
also-
people do that. A lot
Well,
of
Probably
people let things
also isn't a
rot.
good idea.
I'm not doing that. It's planned to be parted out. It's just so many other stuff is getting in the way. It's getting parted out. But
Yeah.
it sucks. But the problem is nobody will pay for it. And the reason it's somewhat expensive, I mean, if somebody gives me, and this is going to sound crazy, but after I explain it, it's going to make sense. If somebody gives me $5,000, they can have it. The engine alone is worth $3,500. The engine and transmission being HP 440, that's a runner. Yeah. Factory HP code with the 1 year only HP 915 heads. And I mean, it's carb to pan fan all the way to the end of the tail shaft. It's worth $3,000, $3,500 any day of the week.
Yep.
And the demolition derby guys pay $1,500 for a body of a C body. Because every demolition derby guy wants a C body
or a Cadillac.
Yeah.
So many good
Or
C-buys, man. I've
Lincoln.
gotten destroyed.
I see your cat in the background, Ken.
Yeah,
there it goes.
she's being a bitch somewhere, I'm sure.
They are sometimes.
Oh
Cats
no,
are
this one
weird,
is.
man.
She's mean. All she does is bite me. I don't know why I keep her around.
I've got a cat like that.
That's
none of
great
my
that you have a
cats bite me.
toxic relationship with your cat.
I do. But yeah, every night whose feet does she come sleep by? Mine.
Yep.
Fucking bitch.
Damn cats.
Not mine. Mine don't do that. They all love me.
I think she got dropped on her head as a baby or something.
I did.
You ever have
Hey.
a cat leave you for another family?
Hey Jeff, do you need a Edelbrock intake for FE Ford?
No, well, no, because I got a 385 Ford. But what kind is it? Like
I don't
two
know.
barrel or I
This
mean
guy
four
in the
barrel?
comments. This
Oh.
guy in the comments. And a 65 Falcon grill, a 70 Challenger back window. He wants to sell all that to buy parts for cars he actually owns.
This guy has a set of shorty
Ooh.
headers that I could use.
Yeah, those Challenger back windows, they're okay sometimes, but people make them so cheap now these days. I mean, you can get a back window for like $125.
Glass
Something like
alone
that.
he's talking about? The glass?
Yeah. Unless it's for SE. If you find a back window for a Challenger SE, name your price.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, Wendy English says my cat bit me in the back of the leg today.
Oh, no way. Not going to happen.
Yeah, cats are dicks.
They're awesome.
I have a
My
black
cats
cat with
aren't dicks.
bright green eyes.
Mine are
I wish-
nice.
Wish I had a dog.
No,
No
no
dog.
dog.
I got the dumbest dog on the planet, dude.
Yeah, but no matter how dumb the dog is, that dog loves you. These cats, they
Raker,
Dude.
Raker, you're late, but hey.
I've got my dog's half pit, half lab.
Look at
He
this.
won't leave
this
leave
fat
a yard.
Look
Like
at
you
this.
can walk down the street with him. He doesn't need a leash.
Okay?
Stop beating up the cat, Mopar.
right.
No, she won't leave me alone. She keeps.
She
coming
loves
over and
you.
bothering me.
She loves you.
Yeah, until I grab her tail and squeeze it, then she'll bite me.
Well, if you grab my tail, you'd squeeze it, I'd bite you
I
too.
ain't grabbing your tail.
You don't go grabbing Peter North's tail.
Oh. The one in the front or the one in the back? Who are you talking about?
So, okay, Ryan, real quick, got a question
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Is that what you do? Do you park cars out? Is that like your job?
Well, no. We used to be. See, I want to move away from parting out cars more, just because it's a pain. It's
Yeah.
a complete pain in the butt to do. It's not as much fun as it looks like it is. But we go around, we buy collections. We've bought a couple of people almost like completely out of parts. You know, seems like everybody's got a shed full of parts or a corner of a garage that they have extra parts from a build that they didn't use.
Not me.
We
Yeah,
buy
Not
those and we
anything.
sell them.
No
No,
parts here.
Mopar, no. You don't have any extra parts at all.
Nope, no parts.
Nope,
I
nope.
have none.
Look around your garage, buddy.
I have a lot of Miata parts. That's all I have.
God.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I can't believe Stacy David put a V8 in one of these things.
When what? A Miata?
Miata. I put a V8 in one.
Dude, I would love to have an LS swap Miata. Like, they don't weigh nothing. Oh,
Dude,
Oh.
that's a paper bag. Worse than a paper bag.
Fidwar,
be
you need
great.
72 Roadrunner parts? I've got a 72 Roadrunner. It's sold, though.
I need a 72. I like that. Was it 72 and 73? Or is it 71 and 72? I don't remember.
I like the
71,
74
72.
satellites. 74
That-
satellite.
Yeah, the
that
74
body
satellite
style
is
is
cool, too.
just fucking beautiful. Like,
Well,
I
I
don't
got a
71,
73
72, and
satellite,
74.
rust-free Texas car.
doesn't get much
72
better
is
than
really
that.
cool. 72 is really cool. That grill is
Yeah.
just.
Yeah,
But
the
my
grill.
phone is a
74 is cool,
71.
too.
I got a 73. Rust-free Texas
71
car.
all the way.
Sounds expensive.
Sounds expensive.
Ugh.
That grill
Yeah.
is
You know what's
expensive.
expensive?
Yeah, that
It's
grill is
e-bodies.
not cheap.
I buy
E-bodies
things
are
without the
expensive.
titles, but Tony tried to ruin that for me, the prick.
The grill for 72 Roadrunner, if you could find an original in mint condition, it's over $2,000.
Wow.
I'm sure
So,
of it.
man, so there's this roached out Roadrunner. The guy he had it parked in front of his house. And I drove by and I seen it. I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool. And I drove by a couple weeks later and they just had it stripped. And so I was like, all right. So I got out of the car. I walked up to it to look at it. and this thing was roached. Like every seam, every welded seam on the thing was just split open with rust. It was
So
just
it's a
so
piece of
sad.
shit.
Yeah, there was no bringing this one back, but it was just sad because like the grill was in it when I went by, and you could just tell, and it was blue. I'm not sure what blue, but it was blue, and you could just tell it was a beautiful car back in the day. It's just sad.
Hmm. Hey, Fiddler, yes, I do have more info on that 73 satellite. It's back like a year ago or something in my videos. The thumbnail is of 273 satellites. So,
What's
can
your
look at
favorite car that you have, Ryan?
that. 69 Super B.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Good choice.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it. I did a short on it.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
That short did good. That's got like almost 2,000 views or something on it. That did pretty good. And that one ideally will be at No Name Nationals next year.
Nice.
And year after that, I'm gonna have my 71 Roadrunner done.
My next year's car is going to be a 70 Dart Swinger.
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
I'd like
Yep.
to have my Dart there next year, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Mustang.
Well, Parnut, I'm going to do a
Well,
stroker
Parnut,
out
you
of
got to
a-
come next year.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We'll see what happens this year first.
Where are you
I'm
from,
s-
Mo Parnut?
New Jersey.
New Jersey, aka hell.
Illinois is hell too. Illinois. So on your way here, on your way there, we'll just caravan, man.
Yeah, you want
Man.
to talk about crazy prices? Drive through Illinois, $5 a gallon for gas.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I talk to
Boy,
Ken almost
dude.
every day, and it's like I drive 40 miles damn near one way to machine shop to work on my shit. And it's
Dude, I
like,
haven't filled my truck in at least 3 months, man.
It's
I haven't filled my truck.
$4.49 right now.
Yep.
Illinois is
Where's
terrible,
Cor-
Ryan. I mean, it's
It's
shithole.
It's about 440 here right now.
Yeah, I'm 460, 465.
62 through 65 B bodies. The only one of those cars that I like is a 65 Cornet.
I like those cars. I like the ones with
64
the
Polara.
back.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
are
Polaris
alright.
would be bad. Polaris are bad. Polaris are bad. And Belvederes. I like Belvederes.
Yeah,
So
I
are
like
you,
the
are you?
roof lines.
Yeah.
not quite yet, but I'm gonna wrap it up pretty soon. So just
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
1 a.m. here, so
Yeah, it's one of
within the next probably 5-6 minutes or something. So, but yeah, well, yeah,
Maybe if
it'll,
the gas price goes down to a normal price, I might go.
it'll take a few
Yeah.
years before we get back to that, if we get back to that.
no.
Well,
it'll
Well, I
happen
mean,
all-
it has
it'll
to.
happen
Like,
quick.
It has to because
It can't keep
everything.
going.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is like gas price. Like you see the effects of high gas prices like a month later. So like,
Johnny Mopar, jump in here.
Oh,
You guys
just 'cause
are
you're in
funny complaining
California,
about your
right?
low gas price. He's in California.
Yeah, we all have to
Yeah,
feel bad
yeah.
for 'em.
Well, somebody had to vote them people into California, and it definitely
Yeah,
wasn't me.
well, California deserves what it gets because it's trying to get the country to do the same shit. So
Yeah,
it deserves it. I don't feel
Well, I mean,
no
California-
sorrow.
Northern California is pretty conservative though,
Yeah,
and
well, not the rest of the state though.
yeah.
Well, you never really know how are they changing the numbers.
well,
Yeah,
it's
well-
crazy. Like one of the birthing places for hot rodding culture, California, right?
And
they're
O'Brien
so-
and NHRA are
Hey.
moving.
And they're so
Hey.
anti-car, and they're so
Yeah.
anti-car. I don't understand.
They're anti-human, dude. They're not
Yeah.
just anti-car. They're anti-human. You can't have what you have right now in California and the rest of this country because it'll ruin this country totally, completely.
One of the biggest problems is generations of people that grow up in very large metropolitan areas that don't leave. They think all these utopian ideas are great, but the rest of us in flyover country, we don't need all that shit.
No,
we don't want someone taking care of us. We want to hop in whatever piece of shit daily driver we have to go to work, go to the store,
Right.
go to Ryan's and pick up some parts, go to Ken's, steal his 300 and drive home.
That's
right?
I want to change
And
my own oil. I want to change
yeah,
my
like
own
I would have loved to drive out to and meet up with Ken to go to this junkyard thing, but at $5 a gallon,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Ryan,
ugh.
Well,
local junkyard
look
was
at the
having one of them
Mhm.
59.99 push puller drag anything you haul out of the yard, $60.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I
like
can haul a lot. I
a
can
bunch
haul
of
a lot
guys,
out.
a bunch of
Yeah.
guys were like hauling out engines, like on like hoods, and it's like, man, I could have made so much money.
I bring
Oh,
a
I know.
whole
There's
trailer.
a huge LS community around here, and if I could have gotten 3 or 4 LSs,
Dude.
transmissions,
Like for
but
$60, like a 6-liter is $1,000 on Facebook Marketplace. That's how much it is.
Yeah.
It's $1,000. If it's complete, it's $1,000, right?
Oh,
Like,
I know.
we could have made some money, but I couldn't get nobody to go. It was crazy. I asked like 12 people, and it's like nobody wanted to go. And it's like, you guys all suck.
What you gotta do is you gotta get like a hood off of a car or something, tie a rope to it, and use it as a sled.
Yep, that's what people were
Exactly.
doing. That's exactly what people were doing. I was like, you can get like 2 engines on a hood, and pull her across, $60. Let's go.
Even a couple of transmissions.
Yeah,
Man.
for real.
Yeah,
All
gas
depends on the-
gas prices need to come way down. I mean,
You're
I would
Diesel.
just kill for
Diesel needs to
$2.50 a
come
gallon.
down.
$2.50 a
Diesel.
gallon's reasonable.
if it
250
Diesel
comes down,
has to come
if
down.
it
or
can
we're
come
not
down
gonna
a
be able to
dollar.
afford food.
yeah, if diesel don't come
No,
down,
see, it needs to
something-
it needs to come down more than $1 because in Illinois, and Johnny Mopar. So if Illinois comes down $1, it's 4. For Johnny, it's probably like 5 or 6. But it needs to come down like nationwide average of like to like $3
Dude, gas
Minimum.
should be the same.
or maximum.
Off
I
the
mean, sorry.
board. All the
You're
whole
telling
country.
me I just
the
got
same.
done. I
yeah,
just got
why
done.
isn't it? That's a good question. I
So
don't
okay,
understand why it isn't.
Illinois allows. They have all these taxes on fuels, municipality tax. You have a city tax. You'll have this tax, and then in like Chicago, there's like 27 different fuel blends, and they all have different taxes.
Yeah.
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 And I mean, they just ream you. And then like electricity, I got a letter in from my provider, and they're like, oh, your average bill is going to go up like $63 a month. But
Yeah.
hey, we can assist you. Assist me. Like my family income's too high. Here's how you can
Yeah.
assist me. Tell these fuckers in Congress, knock this shit off. Right? Like, what's this revolving door of everything's gonna go super high, but some people are gonna get help. So more tax dollars are gonna be taken here to give to here.
Well,
It doesn't make sense.
It's picking winners and losers. That's
And
what
you can
it
never
does.
win doing that. Everyone loses.
You want to
then.
talk? You want to talk about prices? Go look at the price of building material. Go look at the price
Yeah.
of lumber.
Dude,
Yeah.
lumber pissing me off, man. I gotta build stuff, okay? Lumber really pisses me off.
All right,
I just
add
built-
on to my garage.
I just
I'm
built
calling
like
it
2
here.
foot. Yeah,
I'll see you guys
I'm gonna-
later.
I'm gonna call it in a
Alright.
minute, but
Ken, have a good night, buddy.
Yep.
Take it
Later,
easy,
guys.
man.
Take care. I'll talk to y'all some other time.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so Johnny Mopar points out by $1 of it's extra state tax. Same here, man.
Yeah.
They do
Hey.
everything. It's cigarettes,
Love
food,
taxes.
everything like this. You can't keep
Jeff,
going.
I think you need a 73 satellite.
I think he's frozen, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot I need. Am I good? Okay. No,
You're
but
mostly
like,
good. You're a little staticky, but
all right.
You're doing
All
a
right.
little max headroom right now.
Oh yeah, but yeah, it just needs to come down big time.
yeah.
The
If
YouTube
it
ears are
don't,
listening.
something's gonna give.
It's gonna
Yeah,
give
they're
all right.
listening.
I mean, I'm going down to
It's gonna
Florida.
give.
I'm going down to Florida in July, and when I booked it, we always drive, right? And it's like, okay, every year we go to Florida, and I'm sitting here going, it's going to cost how much in fuel to drive down there?
Yeah, that's how I was thinking about the NNN, whatever. It's the same thing. I mean, how much in fuel? You're gonna spend $800 or $900 just to go down there.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Oh, with everything, I mean, I'm gonna be pulling a huge enclosed trailer. I'm gonna have probably in expenses with food and everything related. I'll be probably close to $1,600 invested
Yep.
in No Name Nationals.
yeah.
That's before the price of doing the car, which I would have done anyways. But
Yeah. You're doing that anyways, but going down there is gonna cost you money.
Yeah, and that's the
And-
hard
and
part.
It's not like you're going to get a prize or anything, and nothing's going to give you anything back.
I
There's
feel
no
bad for the
rebate.
guys that are driving all the way from like West Coast and from Canada and
Oh yeah.
You got guys driving over 2,000 miles like one way,
yeah.
you
Yeah,
know, and
so
it's
that-
like,
that's
holy
rough.
shit. That's really rough.
Yeah, that's
very,
really
very
rough.
rough.
I mean, you can't do that with a really high performance car unless you got like a Corvette that's getting 21 miles to the gallon. And we're talking a newer vet, okay?
And there's a lot of guys pulling trailers. It doesn't even matter what truck you're pulling. You're not
Oh, it
getting
don't
more than
matter.
20 miles a gallon pulling.
We're bringing 2 trucks, 2 trailers. We're bringing 2 cars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that trailer's gonna take all that air. All that air is hitting that trailer is gonna mess up your gas mileage.
Yeah, I'm pulling an enclosed trailer.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. That's a big box.
24-foot enclosed trailer.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
You'd be lucky if
it's
you get 6
heavy
miles
and
to the
it's
gallon.
it's heavy and it's like pulling a parachute.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
ridiculous.
sucks, man. Well, see what happens. I'll see it
I don't know.
on the tube. I'll watch you guys on the tube.
Yeah. Oh, there
We're
will
gonna
be
we're gonna charge you.
Yeah.
you might as well start charging. Because
have to go to one of the channels. Have to go to one of the channels that's 1,000 or more, and you have to put at least a $2 super chat to join.
Exactly.
$2. You better make it $20.
Yeah. If there's enough people, $2 each, that'd be a few bucks.
Oh man. Yeah, you get $2 from all your subscribers, that'll pay for your trip.
Yeah. Depends, if you got a lot,
Yeah, I got like 600, and thanks to this guy,
Yeah.
apparently 669 of them or whatever.
Yeah, I broke 500 finally. It took me 1,000 years, but yeah, I broke 500.
I've just been sitting in the mid sixes for a long time.
I did too. And it took like 700 to 800 took forever. I mean, just forever.
Yeah, but you got.
I mean, I
you'll
haven't
be
been doing videos though, so
I bet you once all this no name national thing goes away and a lot of channels fall out of place, your channel's gonna fly up, man.
I'm hoping so. Like I mean, I have a regular 9-to-5 job, but like I would like to get over that threshold to actually make a little bit of money, or like be
It's not
taking.
a lot. It's something.
It's not, but
a
it's
lot.
something.
No.
It's
All right.
yeah. I mean, if you start
You
doing
gotta-
videos with the ads, that's the. I'm not
You
quitting
gotta-
my day job, but
No.
it'd just be nice to help. Be
Yeah.
nice to
You
help
gotta
pay for something.
it'll keep
You
the
gotta
shop
have that
lights paid
4,000
for.
watch hours
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the watch hours. I found out something about the watch hours that kind of pissed me off. Shorts, whatever your watch hours are for short videos, they don't count.
They don't count.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. That's yeah. But lives do, and the more
Yeah.
people watch your lives,
Yeah.
that's
why
the
I
great
leave the
part.
lives. When you guys
Yeah, I
have
get-
lives, I just leave them on.
I get over
I don't know.
100 views, 150, 125 views for every live I do. So
I mean, if you do a good live, man, you can. If you do one a week, like I would like to schedule lives, but like I have a 17-year-old daughter that's busy. I help with stuff. My 13-year-old son's baseball. I don't know what I'm working on night to night, but
You got a
like
life,
if I
man.
could,
Yeah.
and if I could schedule, a 3 or 4 hour live every week, and you get a lot of views on that, that's helps.
I'm
with the
telling you,
watch
as soon as the
Yeah.
No Name Nationals is over, and some of these channels are gonna die down, you watch how, like, Barrows is gonna go up, Big Mike's is gonna go up, you're
Yeah.
gonna go up. I'm telling you,
And that's
Ryan
going to
will
really
go up.
help, because like us that are building it and showing everything through it, and then you're
Yeah.
out there just tearing the shit out of it and having a good time.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and that's
it's
something
gonna
I'm
happen.
that's something I'm going to be looking forward to. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to talk about it a whole lot, but it seems like videos that actually have action in them
Yes.
get more. Next week, probably. I'm not saying for sure, not saying what. Mopar Nut, you already know what. But there's a car potentially coming that is a fully functional car. So I can actually make more videos related to that. So
My whole goal was to have the car done by June, and then get my drone and my for my son to do stuff in like the GoPros and do a lot of action shit.
See, that's the
But
thing.
I'm
we
not
need
done with
more
my car.
people.
Yeah.
You need people to help you out because you can't do all the filming yourself. You can't drive the car and run the drone and everything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of cool ideas. It's just I got to get this car done, and the engine's done. I'm just gonna break it in. Like engine run stands
I want
almost
to hear
done.
that run. That's what I want to hear.
Dude, that's gonna be a thumper. That is gonna. So here. Okay, so here's what I have to do on the engine run stand, right? So like, basically, you can take. It's universal, and it's the way we built it's pretty neat. It's got legs that slide, and articulate for the motor mounts.
Right.
But like you can take it off an engine stand with the head, right, and go right into it and lock it into place. Well, a Ford, the starter goes into a bell housing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're
Yeah.
not gonna like cut a bell housing because we don't have an extra one. So what we're doing is they have these. There's a spacer plate right between the block and the transmission,
Mm-hmm.
and we've got a couple of them that equal a 1/4 inch, and you just bolt everything in place, and then you put your starter on with your bolts and bolt from the
Okay.
back side.
So you're going to use the separator plates as something to hang the starter on.
Yep, but it's going to be a 1/4 inch thick steel.
Yeah. I'd use an empty case. I'd take an empty transmission case, and that's what I'm going to do with my
Yeah.
Mopars because I have the same thing. It bolts to the transmission. If it bolts
So
to
it's
the
gonna be-
transmission.
Yeah.
Can't be Chevy happy where it bolts to the block.
I know,
Just,
and like
just get one of those universal bell housings.
Yeah,
Those
Yeah.
like 4-speed scatter shields.
well, it's funny
I'm
is
just mad all the junkyards are gone.
one
can't
of
get
Jimmy's friends says, "Hey, I have a 4-speed bell housing with a neutral flywheel." I'm like, "Oh, perfect."
Right.
But the thing is the way we built. I mean, it's big because we built it around a big block Ford. But like, if you put that bell housing on, we needed between this space and this space 41 inches, right, with the
Well-
bell housing on it, and we have
Right.
39.
But what
So-
transmission are you going to run with that engine?
It's a TCI C6.
Okay, so yeah, you see, you could have built the whole thing together, transmission, everything, put it together, and then ran the whole thing and dynoed both the engine and the tranny.
What we're gonna do is
Same
we're gonna break it in, tune it, and get it in the car, get the tranny in, get everything done, drive it for a little bit, get some more tuning on it, and I'm gonna take it to a chassis dyno.
Yeah.
To see what it'll put to the wheels.
It's just nice to be able to have the engine and the tranny together and
Yeah.
running, and then you can check
Yeah.
the pressures on the tranny at the same time.
Yeah.
And you could check the governor pressures. You could check the front servos pressure and all that other stuff.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
When it comes to engines, breaking in engines, I've got a local machine shop guy that's a friend, and he has a reasonable price. He has a dyno. I'm just gonna do that with everything. I'm not even gonna screw around with like.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
have
I mean,
access to that. If you
I
have
had-
access, then it's good.
I had
Later on,
my
Johnny.
yeah. See you later, Johnny. I had my 440 on the dyno for 5 hours, and it was just over $300. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather do that and find some sort of an issue or tuning situation outside of the car than try to be crawling all around it trying to figure out where there's a leak, where there's a problem.
See, that's why we're doing the break-in stand too. It's just
Yeah.
put it on there. We're not gonna run an antifreeze. We'll just run straight water and just see what happens.
Yeah.
Get it going. Break it in.
I'd like to
tune
make a
it.
run stand out of a rolling run stand
Ours
out
is
of
rolling.
Well, Johnny made one. Remember? You saw that video, right?
I don't think I did. I don't watch a lot of his
He
stuff.
had
Just 'cause his
I
videos
think
are all
it's a
super
B-body
long.
front clip. It was a B-body front clip, and he's got the 383 sitting in that right now.
Well, I wanted to make one out of a K member.
Yeah,
cool.
the K member
Yeah.
bolted to it.
Have
Right now,
well, I was
I
gonna
got
put-
I got a couple sitting outside. I was gonna do the same thing.
yeah, I was gonna do just the K member, not the actual surrounds and
Well,
stuff.
I did that with the how the C bodies have a stub frame. in
See
the
ya,
front
Johnny Mopar.
that comes off, right?
No,
you
no,
gotta
Johnny,
go.
I didn't mean it like that. I just don't have time to watch a super long video. I do watch your stuff. I was just make me look bad now.
Ryan, I'll put pictures of the run stand we're building on my community tab, and I'll tag you. But what you'll see on it is a foam Chevy small block on there. It was just to mock things up.
Yeah.
And
Brian, use the C-body stub frame, put some wheels on it, and you can roll it around. I built them before. You
Yeah.
could put the engine and the tranny on the stub frame, and you could run the engine and the tranny, and you could check the pressures on the tranny, and you can check the pressures on the engine, and you can break in the engine that way. I should just build one for my channel so everybody could see it.
Yeah.
you should.
I
See,
don't have-
Mopar just
like
needs to
you.
be the channel that builds things as an example of what to do.
like Two Hacks. He's got a life. You got the kid. You got this.
Yeah.
You got the other things to do. It's hard to pack something in.
It
Or
is.
like Big Mike is talking. He's got to go put down hay. He's got meat to freaking smoke. You know, it's too many, all kinds of things pulling you in different directions.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It like this whole thing has just been crazy. It's fun. I'm glad I'm doing it, but like I'm up around 6:30 in the morning and I go to bed at about 2:30 in the morning. You know, I'm not kidding you. So it's like I'm working my ass off. It's like I work.
No
And then
wonder
it's
you
like I
don't
go
have
to-
any hair.
I know, right? And then
Now
I'll go to
understand.
yeah, I'll go to Jimmy's or I go work on my car. I'm doing this, and then like I get home and I have fucking sleep problems. And it's like, oh, I'll be researching this, or I'm doing something
Oh,
else,
yeah,
and it's like
I
next thing you know,
hate
it's
that.
2:30 in the morning. It's like shit.
Man,
I gotta get up in
can't.
4 hours.
If I'm looking for something informational wise, I won't sleep. I'll look for it
Yeah.
until I find it.
Yep, I'm
I
the same
can't
way.
sleep. I can't sleep.
I'm tired now though.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh.
man. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say it's about 12:30 here almost, so I'm gonna call it here.
All right.
Yep.
Nice talking to you guys.
Yeah. We'll do it again soon.
Ryan,
All right.
good live. Mopar Nut, have a good night, buddy.
You too, man. See you later.